more about the FIFA World Cup. Thursday, Ghana in game on the 17th. And your first game against Panama. Toronto. Now, I want to say, yes, Bremo, show no see a quamania. Yaba said, your countries no Ubiaho preparations are women towards the FIFA World Cup. No, yeah, the wholesome air, but some of the countries also facing problems because almost friendly matches almost elbow and they are prepared for the final tournament. Injuries from their camps over Brazil and now no game of course no Brazil akonya one injury Wesley Efremo ama menoka say Abrantia your friends Eriksen all join United no one and penifo atun sadia friend coupled with other injuries eba no pay be di nkomo pi and so etimi e dia tremo na other stories in so be transfers no na Real Madrid elections no course enra Florentino Perez again re-elected as the president at Real Madrid. Yet there was some eba engagement so the side elections and then some and yet to see the home community and so about no pay engagement. So don't forget, sir, your transfers none you are near the and so the Black Stars of Ghana say and one and so echo a camp. Na your rival watch and opposition watch no because countries in one group no Croatia able friendlies and ram Samson England and an friendly game Panama and so main character best of 3 matches and on so far ahead of a FIFA World Cup. Near a performances and minimum air near the sound common and so at media bravo a show so coach friends Carlos Queiroz and none and a senra more than a channel and so 18 common and somewhere. Coach aka ede channel ranking Rebecca na yakwa akutini na Thomas Brandon Asante the new striker for the Black Stars of Ghana wakasa die opeso ye the time with the Black Stars no wachre ede achwe na the sports minister Honorable Kofi Idi Adams no kwesi na owo Philadelphia asori kesia e Ghana ha say no na nyasem ketwa and simpi eno komo pino kodi ye ni reason ode ko ho nyina no ode atuja beko nya kuti opanyini samu wono enso edi atuja sanso ena ye beba club football ni abedin komo ha to focus so ye obo former coach Abubakar Watara enso edi nsembedi atuja yanko for us just end the season Abubakar Watara akasa enso dia fawo how to book womo managing director opanyina friends Julius Ben Emuna ono so de nsembi edi atuja ba how to focus so ya yebe ko ni akuti asante kotoko enso nsem wa hase ya yebe supporters no case somebody call police police station say nei nipa bi man obaka omu game against All Blacks ne beto dwa say nipa bi try some bribe ya asante kotoko players ema issue no ekupie e was Central Police Station ne beto dwa say kotoko company for say supporters no withdraw case no from a police station name club no enya ne sa akwa omankasa be start omankasa internal investigations into some matter and some would be and a fear yaba na several so yaba fear nyina enkomonom enso betime dia ba abajafo aye ready o matena se Christian adu se wa Maxwell nana Asian enso atena se mekom nchen na watu bi anka nemom na selwi enkoma Jacob atwosebe the chief producer on the ranch no bright owusonom any guys na Kenya Elboa ama jumedi no enso ato live me need Andrew so obetia frame Andy Casdas me tremu na area my chairman Bright can come wadu chamo from afar and also boy chidom den say medical kano if na watchi mu ko de enche be sha say na yache chairman BKB nka nyina no Black Stars World Cup wonsem and World Cup in general say the atmosphere is here America any other cities who still the FIFA World Cup no nyina ne be chance age report no and so etumi fluent once again yemo kwaba ba pure morning sports jumedi kese sorry so just 12:30 abo ansani sorry so ama ambitious and so aba yemo yesebo any team no and so aba so omo the pure morning drive no amanyo sem no omo be kan nyina wi agudi mu sembre na eno so adri Mr. Sano pay streaming live ewo yen socials ne so ko Facebook pure FM TV o search ya ebeba video no make sure so be like share na or comment how dia to and so media my afei most of them on YouTube no Bright can come on YouTube and so betinya monitor show ne kama na bibia and so me akwaso Mamen kwa bejafo nchen na afeye nhye nkomotwetwe na se emfa enedwumadi a yeni mu nyina eba bi de be phone lines no latter part of the show na won so afre e de adwenche but in the meantime adwenche no beba na odi afa Facebook na say YouTube no comment section odi for ma na yesu insert mi aka yenyina ya kyerɛkyerɛ ya adwene kama enso etumi edi afiri na mamemu say World Cup aka some few days na asha say wugidi ese mranti a omo especially attackers no ye ka say ye bewie no you top scorer why na obe you know eno ye question am ebisa wo say ma comment no emra e comment section na meka ni nyina enso emfa am say Christian good morning.
Yeah, good morning Andy.
Na weekend ko ye
oh bibia da din say weekend no ye kuja Mace
yeah
Emma oware kama na such a wonderful ceremony enti kuja Mace we no ebobe 4:30 thereabout safi na run so afi na live band any artist for no so buy on performances but Nigeria ko baby an nyama so gumi ka mu ntine se mi free ho nti mi free be 4:30 nti free Saturday no 4:30 na bisine na honanim nchada nye fit kakra de but bende ye ba ye be adwuma na yesom
fantastic John now we have a call
Nyame adumo
and I know the new haircut
yeah I have a new haircut and we say in some day today
and I will go travel to me do where you to say
oh win
top scorer
me name say ade okay that's good Kylian Mbappe straight away and me sure say be fairly straight because France they on the latter stages of the competition and Mbappe so they say and the all form going into the despite the fact that Madrid did not perform but all form in going to this World Cup Meboa or La Liga how many goals I think 25-26 and Champions League he was also the top scorer and all this form and Edeko and also no drew France or shatter players in England so what's the so whether we are Dembele or once you ba France and Kwandia I say Messi or Qatar and I won't steady Mbappe you know say BB basis shiny or more despite everyone so on a bet take BB and last World Cup he was the top scorer Meboa on not preventing Messi it's not bad mo honey bone because near percent can Messi say top scorer account nanka a year further in his cap it be a Messi will retire without not being the top scorer at the World Cup all because of Mbappe scoring 3 goals in the final. That is a hell of a record, but still lost the trophy. And your Messi, I feel that this is his time and he's going to dance. No two ways about that.
Hurricane.
Oh yeah, Hurricane is also good, but a be on a crowd and route the latter stages.
And England team
and yet I mean Germany, but they flatter to deceive almost all the time, so you can't really predict exactly what they are gonna do.
Nah,
a more team like a more BB.
Cristiano Ronaldo as well.
No, Ronaldo cannot win the top scoring award only because not that he's not a good player, but also Ronaldo playing is such that when the team is playing well, no woman, you'll be killing Obia. You understand? But when the team is not playing so well, and a Portugal crack or more they are going to fight. So there is pressure upon them to perform. Because we know some more stars or more BB Andy, and they really want. And when there is pressure on you, I am a performance in a somewhat. The original so apo more dene America any dene pace what I say I'll be pay more football by ehu. This is how you mess in Europe. If you say Mbappe your friend is saying Lamine and the players or more football no more day by ehu pa and sana all day Vinicius Junior the account men ka for unse time be way of form we ni form but say general I think those 3 players no danger Mbappe they me back in solidly for the Golden Boot Award. So okay. they best player and also the Messi the anchor Meko for Lamine. These are the 2 guys and fees or more a big difference. Yeah.
Listen, one over for top scorer at the end of the World Cup.
World Cup no team produce wonders.
Okay.
Play biao and the one expecting is obetimi abeshani at the World Cup no abetiki the shine. So any Tembia na the top players in the World Cup or the top scorers of the tournament. They may be a complete outsider. I will be any nanosono. Once a player no Abeji the top scorer. But so be some say one of the person will top scorer now. I'll go for Hurricane.
I yes mean him say on the Beji
but me person on the top scorer of the World Cup because it's so disappointing that Senior World Cup year any Ballon d'Or Harry Kane should win this year's Ballon d'Or. See Ballon d'Or this year, regardless of any Champions League. Numbers are Harry Kane in this season, and then can numbers any ball or boy, and it's also Anfan Sapayan Kofi or the trophies me any Kofi, and in the numbers there. And Harry Kane should be voted as the Ballon d'Or winner of the year 2026. But they are told Haaland in 2022-2023 was said so many goals, but and I'm saying the team uncle walk up in Tino. Messi the walk up ricochet then you know. One heavy bet to Harry Kane. Say England the court no man koya a player be or you unknown ebetimia koshani or walk up no. Now for just 1 month period, the whole year no. 1 month football e kobo yenento. No be this 1 month no. Abeshata Harry Kane why consistent for a 12 month. So the person OJ now make a case for him a Ballon d'Or no a Harry Kane and then I'm assuming players are probably one shot or last World Cup no. Harry Kane may be one of them because Harry Kane is around 33 years. Maybe by next World Cup no 37 years. Maybe Harry Kane to be more bony beam. Said he has a Messi born the last World Cup. Ronaldo won the last World Cup. Neymar won the last World Cup. Luka Modric born the last World Cup. Sa a Mexico fogo keeper yi. Gwalemu o kwa the implement mo World Cup ni bi. Honestly born the last World Cup. Omo yan for ya dream come so say potentially they might be playing their last World Cup no. Harry Kane one of them. Okay. And Harry Kane entimi for World Cup ya nyini din. Antimi stamping authority on Ballon d'Or na. Wahia na entimi asa mabiem. Anything no player ba kwa me route so betimi age World Cup top scorer. Say England ko entimi anye no the top scorer na and the ebekani numbers won our club level na I think say we make a very good case for Ballon d'Or case no. So I am solidly rooting for Brantia your friend Harry Kane. So it's all Ballon d'Or no so dia dia Spurs for the who betwim kakra say almost former player dia omo player enti e kan players age Ballon d'Or Spurs for so because who player so age Ballon d'Or ni bi enti e say papa kra or supporting me agenda
age World Cup go king dada what I say meaning I stand to correct Arsenal player be age World Cup go king
I don't know Manchester United I don't know Manchester United player. I don't know team be a player na.
I don't know so opesa me bo Manchester. Me Arsenal so football club. So omo call final here show mo. So omo ne omo rival. And mpacho hwe ma me Miami hu sa record no. Arsenal player bi age World Cup top scorer dan mpacho so be hwe ma me ni dey be we na omo. Obi na bisa ba Miami hu. Ba Harry Kane there. So okay 2018. Okay.
Okwa say we plenty asaba be rawe. But me a few of the messages on Facebook and I go farm on Instagram with regarding Nkoma Yedi Nisisi as to why and I feel say 2026 FIFA World Cup baby you know on the 19th of July na ye ni say ono and a top scorer so ono never come out as top scorer. Chris GHS Mbappe and Ronaldo me no ba ko na okofo. Freeman say good morning Pure, good morning to you. Demathius say all call for Harry Kane if so no and a bit me age yeah top scorer no afi Tofik Masha say all call for Mbappe on the dia or dia banner no I share this one Kwame Ahmed say on the Messi and Uruti for say officially Messi and Beje the top scorer FIFA World Cup no Max Omo Kenya omo kai Messi go be so mu say Messi bit me age Prince Danlad Mola Donadoni eso oko for Cristiano Ronaldo ono so ne dia o say oko for no kwesi culture me say o monitor show no sanso ena papa kwesi Manuel say Ellen Holland ena obaji golden boot no okay Kingdom Citizen say Harry Kane will score about 7 against Ghana and 9 against Panama so yeah he will definitely be the top scorer.
Sana Christian person come. So say Harry Kane say Ghana or say England or man say Ghana dia ma say be juice ko. Yes say England so be keep juice ka.
Yeah. So and we here so be say Ghana sana waji top scorer.
No, say me I won't say
Panama 4.
Now we are no
so. Ghana only about draw 0-0.
No
I say go. Okon ani mu a. No I say be 2 bi ho. No I say 1 no I say be 7 goals.
We need every.
Yakubu Kavera say Messi or Julian Alvarez and Wakodiamano Redeemer. Aduyan for say good afternoon, Andy. Okay, good afternoon. Akwasi Edu Ose Oko from Mbappe. Asante Roger Messi or Mbappe. Sansona Emmanuel Kofi Amankwase Lamine Yaman Wakodiamano Mufti Ibra Messi all the way. Osei Bafu Ose Jordan Ayu Messi Wotu Ose Antoine Semenyo Gini Daniel Esu Oko for Inaki Williams and Boateng Kwabenaso Oko for Leo Messi. Nana also I'm not supporting England or any of their players for the racism and attack against party. I think every Ghanaian shouldn't entertain them. Okay. Yes, TV, so we call for Mbappe, Richmond, Innocent Jemfi, say I'll go for Harry Kane and the Samsung X-Bone, Tofik, so I'll call for Messi, Evans Kofi, I'll say I'm in a bus for Takrady to from Takrady to Kumasi. Bus is pure. Okay. Chira Felix SO for Antoine Semenyo. I think I think I've taken your message. Hamza Ali SO for Lamine Yamal and entry Boost Yako Collins SO Mano. Where? Okay. Elisha Kenneth SO for Kane. Famous Joshua or say nobody reminds Lamine, but he's going to make history. And I say Nagasti Ese Haaland and Obekodiamano Samuel Pepson Ese Semenyo and Ebe Winnie Gokin Fata Kwame Asante so Obeko for Mbappe Dawu Kwame Edmond Ese I'm going for Semenyo and Mengs Papa Kwesi Manuel okay ABF Nana Amwako good morning Nandi I'm for Inaki to win the top scorer. Evans Oliver as CR7 Samsona Prosper and so say Mbappe and a win Chris Waddell Mensa say Victor Jokares and a win Oswell also Robbie Biamoko they say either Mbappe and also Harry Kane and a win on the entry boost Yako call us Semenyo Nana Boahinandi or Mbappe and Okofo Cosmos Loval as Ulisse or Jordan or Baba Rahman or Washed I mean your person or Beck ese calibrinchi onso sa Bismarck appear or say Baba Rahman onso sa Shaibu ese good morning Berlin is pure and Okori Yao or say Ngulu Kanti onso sa or say Emmanuel say Mikel Uyazabel and a Bewini the top scorer and Torino dia woko for Eric Mensa or say Erikus or no say a Senenya Use Obwa and a Sakwa 80 Suarez or say a CR7 and oko for Kenata GH as oko for Mbappe Bismarck appear as say Baba Rahman Obwa Anthony Yabua say Anthony from Belgium was oko for Mbappe and Morning Star Kwao as Vinicius Junior Edu Jemfi Darlington say Ferran Torres and Ebewini Yakubu Kader I think I've taken your message already. Mama share this one after young Kwamo and Emrasi C and Fadiakano and Twaso Calvin Opoku Jordan and also Echo Nidian Ediamanitiano Margin Chilibi and Yafa on a Yankoma Yesha CSA Yebidi and pay Ewo Pure Sports Nisintino. Abujavos, I know said your own some ACT ya Kwamo on Yaba Nyako Fansem no and so there but Green monitor Ghana opponents no.
Oh, and I'm sure Croatia ni omoni Slovenia. Modric no agreeing no other so the bobo.
Bono near her bono Benedict Anna me her bono. Or Croatia for especially the opening bell 30 minutes no. Honestly no more here.
No more. Now we go now Modric say.
Yes.
Bono
control bono
any other player bianco obeko for power. Bono share na policy ball simple untimi nchino goalkeeper no dem no so the ball share no Jano Black and intino say o share a Croatia for the year Modric at age 40 and that's bobo at this level any adwon this year say go ni dia I'm very sure say yeah nkasa yeah supporters any central for monitor your opponent no me sure say technical team no enso monitor teams na no bobo no matches no mo bono almost monitor closely. We have to identify their strengths and weaknesses. Baby, are your strength, you know. How are we going to deal with it? Baby, are your weakness in those. How are we going to exploit those weaknesses to advantage? But so be Samia, the Croatia team na Michelle and Rano, and your Ghana team na so many injuries and keep it no mabo. as a Slano, they rely so much on Peninfono. Ivan Perisic in the social kind Edema Croatia. Modric Crowns will be in from base first minute and a Modric free and yet or the Argent and a ball, but say Ukunyan Kora and the much more physical. I'm very aggressive for him. One have more room to be and more enconimu. And you know, we should born now a Croatia for boy na and the hope Kakao. See, at least you manage a draw or even a win against them and impossible. But
I did about study about Panama for us. Say in all the 3 matches on my bonum shogu.
Good on Beshe.
We had them shogu bacha and because the devil suka boasna. Why?
Yeah. It's an ambition. Ampa. We World Cup now. Or call Madrid. I told say. Instead of Madrid, we want to call Arsenal.
But in any case, Obo Arsenal. So say Arsenal player being.
Oh.
And I open.
No, me kind of Suka, but I want to be. I think so. Free Madrid no bar Arsenal. That's all for Arsenal. But yes, but he won the top scorer with Croatia. I think 1998, if I'm right. Time Croatia call semi-final France. You are Mokoje. About say Hurricane idiot. No crowd no express captain. Team science say captain. Yeah, the cock. We can be my main child.
Na captain defender always top scorer on walk out. The captain defender na defensive midfielder always walk with you.
And there's any other one sign a striker which me RGB.
Osi Joker is Beji.
Yes, he's also on also.
And so we share Croatia for match, you know. Go no share, no. Go no concede, you know. What's a gift? Defensive mistake and I'm not born a gift to Slovenia for no and a Slovenia for the one koteka and it you know once you show almost strength you know and me sure say you identify weaknesses in their team coach now coach you know and the technical team you know identify say they been you almost strength in and you are going to work against their strength. We have also identified their weaknesses and we are also going to utilize their weaknesses to advantage and one ball you coach who plan here against opposition. You look at SWOT analysis. You look at their strength, their weaknesses, almost strength, you know. How are you going to neutralize their strength and their weaknesses, you know? How are you going to utilize their weaknesses to advantage? Tell me, share board now, no, Adeba Kwame Huye, and they say, oh, your team, Tagana Kra, a younger squad. And they say, PG in Tamana last year, no. The PG for the Buin Tamlan for no, a younger squad of my bonnie Pessy. Say, ye team, no, Yama bonnie Pessy. Against a Croatia and they will suffer because I'm penny for the dorsum.
Young Common and Rafi and Fadiakano and so and Tosso for high pure 95.7 FM. Of course, monitor Facebook, Pure FM TV, so and on YouTube, no air price can come on YouTube. What's up? Latest FIFA World Cup, no Airbus, my friend to us international friendlies, no Dodona Egusu, across Argentina, Honduras, Eshwam, Ayatuna, Lautaro Martinez, and your branch of friends from Simeone in the show 2 goals, no Edema Argentina, Leicester, Lusu 2-0, Edema, or my friends at Cyprus, Samson, Kosovo, Andorra, Shomusiro, Croatia, Omoya Ghana opponent, Omusiro 2, Emma Slovenia, Tiwakwa Brantia, your friend is Luka Modric, and a Mario Pasalic, one at the show 2 goals, no Edema Croatia, Greece, and Sulusu 1, Edema Italy, Morocco, and in Norway game, no 1-1, a Brantia, France, Ibrahim Diaz, Esha first goal, Morocco, Demo Martin Odegaard, Emma Teka, Edema Norway, national team, Ecuador, Wamusha 3, Emma Guatemala for Entimiante, and the Samson of Colombia, show 2, Emma Jordan, and so Entimiante, and the other one some Ebamu Ewo Georgia Sana, Mamen fan together international friendly Sebastian, Netherlands and Uzbekistan, Bebo, Mauritania, Airborne, France, and Northern Ireland came and Subet Yabaso, and a FIFA World Cup and Nkomo, and yet Ebamu and so Georgia Sana Pena. Young come their stories, new and new FIFA, naming come from a FIFA as well Diamante, and some that World Cup 2026 World Cup Diamante, and it's a FIFA Sikan and Sabet Maka, near your kind of revenue of FIFA and Sabet Maka after World Cup, no, Mina reports some about $14 billion and a FIFA almost Sabet Maka Diamante, and it's a way a double amount of money, our 2022 our Qatar, yearly World Cup in FIFA, a generate $7 billion Diamante, and it's our Brazil, Mexico, and after Canada, $14 billion and a FIFA and Subet generate, and a latest report about Yadon some Emma Ewo Jumajos Nyankopo yard on Thursday and the first game and so between Mexico and South Africa. Famicom a Mexico City Stadium. Never said the rehearsals no ensu city. They are trying to own the omo proactive. Omo enken say the akabesa 1 day and also 2 days and on Beshas here and ram UPM our Mexico City Stadium. Now rehearsals for the opening ceremony and so shall air kwaso kama omo performing omo air rehearse enipa omo so besa say omo decorate stadium no enra ye unsa sane mani nyina enso kwaso dwane ewo age Facebook Pure FM TV omo say enra nanyama ensu city nyame yadma Thursday enimre 7 p.m. and a game no kick off e so dem before 7 babo no enyama e kwaso ewo Mexico City Stadium no enu bi and a sound come no yet emam enso dwuma so mo test aya machines no wom test said omo decorated stadium ama bibia enso twa kama enso stadium enum ya diaba ya the sound common emam no pay enso ewo dwumadi no no aye said ya honsem esi atie mame aye Iran omo team na ye nin command no pay mame fantu say Iran medical culture so oman no ebe bezim enso ewo Mexico on Mondays omo travel abepim ewo US omo we ya no masa return enso ewo aye Mexico because Mexico and aye omo come aye bezinyana no aye because of ntokwa sorry between aye America and Iran omo man no mame fa we entigas enra and who say Iran omo so aye bas na ba bedru ama just Iranian players omo besia ka no and omo entourage nyina enso bedru na aye security na anyasem go to nipa wom eba ban ewo Iran omo team no checks out do enso etimi kosa no aye na the Mexican police no wom emeke sure some na aye no betima be kisto say checks out do enso betima kosa still me nya report some near sinka FIFA country United States for them omo aye restrictions there omo dia ma Iran for no en comment so nemum de match yes Donald Trump as no say omo so mo kwasa mo match nemum omo aye comedy omo so betima fa so say omo travel on Mondays every Mexico about America for their games omo we match omo ntimi stay even 1 minute and so America we a game na straight and also sound so returning echo Mexico because they say US on episode entertaining Iranians and so America Demetri say America for no as no easy air restrictions no baby omugina eno ejina Demetri say supporters visa conditions no and also restrictions and so that so eno aye report about some come no yes emamo enso dwumade no sana pay yenko aye Morocco for camp ne nin komo mame Abranche France Abdi Ezauzoli or one player Morocco for enso betime here me na report say one player Ezauzoli enso be say aye World Cup no mame fa we entiga say what is earlier na me ma aye games across no Morocco any Norway for Asiaka and report on Saka and some Ezauzoli eko praye Demetrius Abranche no say internal ligament injury na player no insert me waka na Demetrius initial test across 3 to 4 weeks and Abranche no enso betina kwatena fi wabra ontimi emo matches enti Ezauzoli enum deyati ye twen and the final scan no so betina kwaso and the outcome and the doctors no and the Moroccan doctors no enso betimi aba near with the fate of Ezauzoli obetina kobabi and as ontimi initial test there suggest the player no MMS World Cup no enum report about ye the one some emamo enso dwumade no se na no pay mame Abranche France Christian that's the way Christian Eriksen na yenin command pe enra Denmark and Ukraine game no obama nwie dwumade no enso atimi ehwase ema edruba bi ni abo 2-1 na se Denmark lead Ukraine 2-1 nemom game no empenfo enso holti game no upon na consultations and omo cancel Gabriel and me anto so gina no because of Christian Eriksen obakai so emre bi Euros elko so Emma Eriksen enya the same problem okra say eto park and so Emma that time doctors no omo swift and defibrillators and ya enso make sure so boy no omo san so atimi resurrect no mame fan to gas enra via koba in Denmark Ukraine match no ye game na around 62nd minute who say Christian Eriksen again or sounds like from so doctors no emo ye ha Russia Brenton on etimi SAV no the attendance oko Ukraine am na so pim Denmark doctor no e dey about to get Brenton conscious Christian Eriksen no enso tia to no na enram dia Ukraine and Denmark players no Nami Ukraine and Denmark plus Embra ebe to just say player another form no omo make sure some cameras and so entimi capture branch no direction and is omo gentoma any at ekova branch friends Eriksen Embra no just omo dey to stretch so a ye dey free park no so no both Denmark and after Ukraine omo players and omo cover Christian Eriksen and he said omo dey record why won't you player no you phone said won't you capture moment branch and so that stretch and so no yemo two teams na so Ukraine players no so na Denmark omo players no wom cover player no make sure say obi entimi capture that moment no and there yeah there some wom YouTube wom Facebook no wom say branch no and ya cover na omo dey content no and branch friends Eriksen radio and kayan chance and pandemic good news and say branch no say nani enso atimiate or back to life and Christian Eriksen and then won some no ya mum enso wodwumadi so bianco England camp because Arsenal players no enso about drew Saturday na me dey to just England train last 4 players one so be camp Declan Rice Eriksen Eze Bukayo Saka Nani Madueke Benoka say and players no enso kodru Declan akodru Abranche friends Eze akodru Bukayo Saka akodru Nani Madueke wadum enso akodru omo players omo kobo Champions League final and team that England handlers no omo time off omo 1 week say omo fa relax omo wie say omo nyina ewo camp emrante no and omo sam yet emamo enso wodwumadi no so say eno atamadru no yehu Abranche friends Morgan Rogers oni Eriksen Eze mama Morgan Rogers club friends Aston Villa player boys abeto just Arsenal airport na Abranche we ni din was list so na German second and it's a boy no ekodru ya no Morgan Rogers so welcome Eriksen Eze just all friend my boy and for reading meanings say England camp no say Arsenal players no Asha CM agents adwuma no Asha share convince Morgan Rogers epesa akwadaro join Arsenal team because player we Diamant and Morgan Rogers join Arsenal team na Abranche France Martin Odegaard Arsenal for bejana kwai ama Odegaard enso atimiako Diamant Eze and all super agent England camp so beja Morgan Rogers Diamant Arsenal Diamant and it's a sad deal on ebetia cost Arsenal no less than 100 million pounds kana how many to Declan Rice and free West Ham United Demete and it's Morgan Rogers Aston Villa and so much around the same figure and later saba the some else tuja mami Abranche friends Jude Bellingham na unsa enro and beto just say coach na your friends Thomas Tuchel choosing the vice captain so come England able game na bibi ko si na Abranche friends Hurricane and so entmin to us player ojina park so e was so captain England no Declan Rice na ebe to just manager ni di kombo say ono enye ne eno anasa no and we be select name no di kaka emre be twem best last year baby and we catch Abranche friends Declan so ono ena be the vice captain enti no ni Jude and April akakodi Declan nsem mama fa we enti say Jude Bellingham enie Germany na say Thomas Tuchel akatre Jude say onyere the home. Yes, and they were catching Jude Bellingham. So I was open the money because at the England national team no miss matches in the absence no over to some Morgan Rogers. Any players now can be Omaya Jumapa. So say Jude. I person when you starting lineup Lemura just hard work. Just you know. I just said me Jude. Me na me bo. Into my off no my bar. Me na me sabe started that be. Yes, coach na catch Jude say on you know. No make sure so Obenya I just starting lineup Lemu Enswara. Eno Thomas Tuchel. Any Jude Bellingham home come on any Emma Enso Wodwumadi so ne yenko Kansas City and England national team Enso BC so say security the maintenance England for no one air call for a security upgrade one air call for tight air security because I report Saka and it's a shooting incident to be SCA Kansas City and so ama enipa enkono enipa 9 wo nyina omo ye injured yes baby incident this year no meters away from England omo come base war say at England for no and so qualify for tight security and omo campaign every report amenya ya there some ebamo and so jumade no say England open a country back omo security and World Cup omo fani akra England never because of incident I see in rano your sister omo person mu beef up security and so omo camp and a report and so betoja ya there some ebamo and so jumade no sanano pay and tiatia na Bosnia qualify for a FIFA World Cup no only Bosnia supporters about Drew America na Christian Alban only the yasi oko Bosnia and the world largest coffee pot na say adia de coffee egum no Cassia pay what we are seeing on our Bosnia. Now, I'm fly a pot no, a coffee pot no, I'm fly at your free a Bosnia, at your America. Now, a Bosnia supporters, no much as here, as Savio with a coffee. Almost a pot no, everything fell over 8,000 a cups. And dear pot in the and about America, already free Bosnia. At the PM America, so a Bosnia supporters no, Obia, Oba Ukutawa Cup. No bebu coffee, no abo Ukutawa Cup, no bebu coffee, no abo way, say a Ghana had the sea enka a call for breakfast. A hana bones and call for a quarter bread and say they're better and Kamawu and Chebiano Samosa Feli over 8,000 cups. And also a potway, and Subetia Philly, and a reporter about yet there was some element to Bosnia for national show enjoy, and so our America, and I yet here. Now, I have France, a place for mommy, because and I know, Rebecca told I have France, a moment pen Emmanuel Macron, a costra, a place, no, ever come, ever column fountain, a walk on, a would try group a photo. Nasa a group photo, no, a branch of friends are real sharky. Already post now. A queen of us oppose here, a try a picture no, not a funny. And no, a France a players no, William a Salibanum, a branch of friends at Chouameni, a Ibrahima Konate, Mbappe, Jules a Kunde, and a boys Nakano, and a Omo Esri, a Ryan Shaki, some unim photocha, say France on camp for the Egroqua, Nansemi Bayi, Michael Lisa, Kwama de Faso, after some Marcos a Turam, acquire a Michael Lisi, the rituals now a pitch before a kick off, or call no than an for grassness or me. Her a branch of friends Ryan Shaki, say, oh, you know, I said it was yet Musa, and walk one corners, and one days from this wooden photocha, ye try a pictures, say, and I'll quiet, and dear car, yet there was some Emma which made a Christian wedding, Nelson can be Facebook, maybe, because Jamaican is a Colombia for. You see, Oko Colombia, obviously, a Colombia female entrepreneurs, Omo Enswalande, America, Mr. Wa, only just on Facebook and answer YouTube, and Tremeo, Nakura, a mama wana, almost a touchdown, Aya America, Oba US, out of free Colombia. Na we have short voice no era. Oh, no we pa. We a ladies from Colombia straight. Almost Colombian female entrepreneurs. Na minim entrepreneurs mo ya. Almost about do a World Cup na. Almost just and so many special mention. Almost and Swaziland. Almost touchdown. It was US of A for a World Cup no team minim Ghana for na mu free air kono. Na just mo make sure somebody are connected with some entrepreneurs way because we know intention mo senya World Cup and obekwa menya sure something better share mo enso mo ntene eno e said ho nsem esieten tu mo ma no se obe Colombia entrepreneurs omo so be pie mo e wo World Cup na so mo so ba beboa ama World Cup no enso tima ya kama omo dress fine and omo so be touch down omo be lande for a FIFA World Cup no na no ayatia ya de nsem e ma mo enso wo jumode se na no pay ma me fa we ento anum sem ayatia ma me abrantia your friend say Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo Messi, and a Neymar because I know and a poly market for as a person will be sir a year don't want to want to say a year top players mean so we obianim say a year the last World Cup and so the 3 players no Ronaldo airborne the last World Cup at Portugal Sancho and a Messi airborne the last World Cup at Argentina Neymar airborne the last World Cup at Brazil and to poly market almost say I'm able to say why and I feel send the team and so bet me do actually pa when I feel so bet me carry the team at the aquature Sabia one drew a semi-finals drew finals why na ofu say the team enso bedu achenti wey eye question na eye poly market omunso bisa onum say results e ba ye no 41% HSL Leo Messi a team ene be kwa achiri pa 38% eye Cristiano Ronaldo ne team e be kwa achiri ena eye 26% enso akọ Ediama Neymar Dos Santos Junior se Neymar ene Brazil enso akọ je ne chances no eye 26% eno eye reporter minya ye the some mamo ewo dwumade no so Jordan Pickford eye goalkeeper edema Everton ono ene shire number 1 edema England eye national team no Uramu ewo Juventus amabeka to say Juve pe goalkeeper initially na Liverpool Alisson Becker and no mo pe Macautos Alisson Becker Liverpool for say I won't tell you and tell you Emma goalkeeper no enko and now no ka say Jamati and say Jordan Pickford yes Oma Ofano Ediama Juventus intermediary no and to say Juve for Ebepe Jordan Pickford look sharp after a World Cup no also for a Jordan Pickford and I Jamati Mami Fawe Antigas and Fanabache and so your presidential elections Mami Fawe Antigas opinion your friends Aziz Yelterium, Onu Anumatu Abasadiamano, as a president, Edma Fanabacho Maclab and Tinra, said a number for the aircono, Jacham and say a Fanabacha about an ecoso, Namibakacho's opinion, your friends Hakan Aya Safi, one Ebedin come promise, I any team Nanaso promise, Ayomo and say, all players are no winner, Edin Comovi, just after elections, from what to Abadamano, Emmanuel president, or the Sanko for the answer by them, and Nadia Sabatono, Ninsaka Aziz, and now we need elections, no. Unisam Hakan Safi, Eko Kachanko for the same, Salmon Tobadamana, or the Louis Suarez Ebeba, or the Mason Greenwood Ebeba, or the Hakan Chanoglu Ebeba, or the Magic Ayat Anasa branch of friends and Mary Dimara, or the South Place Nina and Sobaba Ayafanabache, Emma Saturday Bakatos and Mason Greenwood, and so equal like him, a website, or publishing, or reference Hakan Safi, in a story, set on the Mason Greenwood, Edin Komavi, Mason Greenwood. Just on and so called like a personal and opinion and winning lessons. I just amazing Greenwood ain't me Emma. Me a reporter, yes, Oko Saudi Arabia, Al Hilal Club, prepare a bid of 120 million euros for a amazing Greenwood. It is a about to do no and me and go through because the candidate and he laugh for them as well pay a amazing Greenwood. Fanamra and Demetia, yeah, those some Mamma and so Jumadin said, Mamma Florentino Perez, any over friends Enrique Eriksen and run penform anyway, and an Madrid socials no air Thomas Wabawai and another president, Edama Madrid Air Club no. Now, after elections no, DM Uram ewa Madrid newspapers no aye post omo de buy no before say be elections no aye call for na omo say aye there 64.919% aye call for Florentino Perez 35.881% and an call for other friends aye Riquelme Mars of what you know almost in a 65.9% air call for aye Florentino Perez 34.05% air call for aye Riquelme and a Dario 66% for Florentino Perez and a 34 for other friends at Rayo Riquelme. We have not just opinion friends at Florentino Perez. One and a Madrid socials no answer to by the man is on your president and from a Real Madrid Air Club. And just say the presidency ever ran until 2030. Not just a completed 2030 no crowd. More decided to own Kovyama or by a president for Madrid 27 years. In the first coming and in the second coming, Florentino Perez ever president for Madrid 27 years. And I saw completely I had a mandate to see we are and we report I mean ya don't send Mamu Edward Jordan Sene Mammy Florentino Perez Emra no kuta UEFA Champions League title no penny say the fight for 16 Champions League no started and we are banner and was a Madrid started fight for the 16th Champions League trophy and the Don Florentino Perez name some announcing to after elections no and a reporter who was and say na our friends Enrique Riquelme no na your good opponent at the mouth Florentino Perez every anwa or see onimo bia your friend said you know sa aye Enrique Riquelme ni yenim no ono Florentino Perez no onim no na enim ne china enum demenseka say demenseka say na Jose Mourinho announcement no ebe free Madrid aso ye enso tweba after say elections no mawie no Jose Mourinho confirmation enso ba from Madrid and Florentino Perez na nkasa e confirm yes e Jose Mourinho and e the next coach Edema Real Madrid ye twen e club na nkasa one statement and e Jose e twen say mo nim ya no obesta say you Jose e wo GDS nka adwuma we e 2 weeks ago and announce announcement and so minimum because of side elections no Jose as a 2 weeks no I go waste just onimre only time or train a confirmation or a starting yape or starting adwuma as a coach at the Real Madrid team no and your penny friends Jose Mourinho my friends coach friends Didier Deschamps na Didier Deschamps no ko bisa say what is our crowd friends Michael Olise yes at Madrid for 150 million euros and now Florentino Perez Eriksen Tuesday obabede for a player bi no akoda na your friend Michael Olise na between Madrid and Bayern when and was and say na was akranoko Didier Deschamps say say aye Olise enim so obeste e wo Bayern and also obe pray for a change akrano enim na osem fantu ga so no ontimi nko fight Emma club bia enya right so no be ka Olise and stay wo Bayern and also Olise and come Madrid in fact akrano as a player no onya akra o make decisions say the man ho enti ono onim baby obeko bia no oye coach German national team wanu enso tanachi eno according to Didier Deschamps and the sansam no wanu enso dia tuya o reference Jurgen Klopp enfo sani agent no openya friends mark ababe din komo say Jurgen Klopp Jurgen to penye no oye happy e won Red Bull for adwuma onya radio say o free Red Bull enso akọ anything Nemum Jamaican is Oko Saudi Arabia. Yes, Ali Tiade for no. Oma approach Jurgen Klopp. She enye coach crown on peno. Oma ya technical director. No mess on us oversee. Omo transfer operations and from Tiade team no. And to they still omo go set the pressure. Edema Ora friends Jurgen Klopp sa omra. No ma ya technical director and from my club no. Opinion is agent. As opinion na just over coach editing bia eno I reporter ba ya the one some mamu e wo dwumadene so Liverpool elusu abranche friends Ibrahim Konate when and replace Ibrahim Konate menya report so Liverpool consider a Sporting Lisbon omo defender na friends Goncalo Ignacio one Portuguese international or Portugal for camp yes one and Liverpool consider so be a replacement edema Ibrahim Konate mreya Konate enso adwane Madrid team no and a reporter Menseka mame Arsenal coach friends Mikel Arteta kasi Arteta on holidays Malta na Arteta call Malta no and you say one football player your friend Matthew Portelli na Matthew Portelli or player na yes opinion no ha Arteta only ne ho agrokro on fa Arteta AC form o tin se Mikel Arteta abado krom Malta na unia Russia yes baby Arteta wo bia no so ko no na empenfo so boaye Mutumi locate Mikel Arteta Adam Matthew Portelli into Portelli akwakosia ne darling coach or reference Mikel Arteta okosia and some Malta beach wo baby and Arteta na to no Portelli and Jinawa one and so born Arsenal Jessia okosia Mikel Arteta and said the hunsem titia yes mabu ewo dwumade so mamemfa we enter your Robin van Persie and ameno ka say final form and the statement ababontene almost say the start of 2026-2027 almost the new coach and so baba nature say o reference Robin van Persie and dia final for no amapam no omenye no apart ways omotane kwai ama van Persie and so free club no eko and news free Holland and so ever Diamantine said the next coach of final for no peno minya report say omoram for Oliver Glasner yesiene omo edin komo ewo omo listeners no the top air candidates no opinion friends Oliver Glasner and a final episode omo deneba ebe coach omo clown after say omo pamo van Persie eno Demete Darwin Núñez minya report and say Darwin Núñez yes so requested for mutual termination of contract ewo Al Hilal yes name Anas not acquire opinion no and some Darwin Núñez enya Liverpool obesan so returning and also opinion your friend Sam eno the new coach on so talking about Iriola ebeba no chance into a person almost terminating a contract ewo Al Hilal no returning to Liverpool for another opportunity eno Darwin Núñez report amenya ya the one some eba mo ewo dwumagene sanope Mamin fa we enti ya se Marcus Rashford say Rashford demate on some abedin komasa ba mun chintim no aba se omo pe Marcus Rashford demate ne and some yesi ni sika na Manchester for pe no sa 34.5 million pounds no yesi Bayern for no omo ye ready so metwa sika na mum player no ni wages no sa 300,000 pounds na waje no eno mo so wonte so what so club na friends Bayern ebe fa Marcus Rashford enso de nako eno demete Danny Cavani and Madrid for awie many reports say Como team no Fabregas any team no aba qualify for UEFA Champions League demete say Fabregas Danny Cavani or the name Koboni 2 ewo Como eno report am Saka Manchester City enso aba pini Everton omo striker and as omo branch France Eleman Ndiaye Senegalese international debate and it's a Man City team no eso pe Ndiaye enso de naba City AC Milan our branch friends Mike Maignan or your goalkeeper so say Maignan yes still me dream so better our Premier League no alive and now me know ka say Chelsea Diamante say Chelsea for no way up a potential transfer for that French international Chelsea for Mike Maignan Kenya ba de kra eno report am Saka no say Maya Mark Kukuyara abatna Chelsea anaso obeko Barca deal no enso baye and now no Casablanca reports Manchester United yes United for the Champions League no abo person omode Kukuyara ebeka look show home ewo Manchester United enti Manchester ejema Kukuyara edina free Chelsea enum jamati Henrik Mkhitaryan menya report ne se obenya standing the contract obesa 1 more year ediama Inter Milan nemum ni sika no obetene salary ne so wa agree on it team no enso agree yes 2 weeks ago erom agree enti afa World Cup no Mkhitaryan ebe standing the contract enso ediama club je from se Inter Milan enum demete mamin fa we ento ya se Juventus on se amalusu Dusan Vlahovic was a striker for forever Alexander Solot striker edemam club from Atletico Madrid many reports club from Juve for say omo reso metia finalize omo pushi Atletico Madrid for Alexander Solot enum demate yesi Jose Mourinho akache Aurelien Tchouameni any team so omo pe Tchouameni nyina so be stay back yesi Jose Mourinho say Tchouameni Anton Obeyusu Tchouameni ewo Madrid team intervention no enya de so beton no ama ono so akotimbia enum temete mamen fa we ema ho entwato Real Sociedad many reports almost so knock ewo Madrid do sadan almost striker na your friends Gonzalo Garcia almost pe sa player no onse Gonzalo Garcia mabeka cho se Dortmund for enso aba ena me no ka se Sociedad for no enso pie many reports on Real Madrid for no ever consider Sociedad because almost player no stay enso ewo league nemo eno ayetiamatia yezonsan mamo ewo dwumadwuno se we teme na oye Facebook administrator oye WhatsApp group be administrator Telegram and our group our administrator now 1 members edru 1,000 I'm sure message we kwadi ama me ma wo number be phrase say gaming and lottery opportunity be na apie dia ma some oye WhatsApp group be administrator Facebook group be administrator Telegram now 1 members 1,000 for number we say here akonya ediama we yomo and maybe pro na edia chose here 0242 046 285 0242 046 285 Bebacho pusu number ni say here nanem pedifone ni nko because ye wo deals nko a ye de ema me so ye company bi mo amobotire ene mo amoyitre ene wo hia mo shop no ewo patase around patase opposite wacha branch enti se wo teme na wonim trebo onim obi wonim trebo ananse wonim obi onim tre ya manin fresh sound number we say free accommodation be abedan free 0541 401 757 0541 401 757 about your man fresh sound number is there one so fresh sound number is here obenya adwuma enso aye ye ton 5-bedroom finished house ewo Chronom Red Park Adonko anase Angel Industrial Company Limited echiwape and a 5-bedroom sayes ye no edan no enso esie so pesa water 0545 388 553 0545 388 553 na wafre company bi so per workers any oma ye adwuma wo so mo per store managers enipa 3 also kuta HND anasa higher degree omo per store attendants enu so nipa 3 SHS air graduate omo per warehouse workers enipa 3 SHS air graduate and a cleaner omo per back oba eno mu hia so obetia ye adwuma na so pese wo ya oba friend 0267 000 003 0267 000 na wafre aya company to say Pepsodent say what the new one crowd by your friend do the two you can't do the two nature oh brush pa no brush aya anumra okwakoda with aya Pepsodent because of my joint no obi akoto toothpaste or say up Pepsodent because I know and aya papa chu pa ne chu se anumra eboa ema onum enso ya kama oseno enso agina so ye pa aya Pepsodent do the two brush in the morning brush in the evening and air the also Obstac Enterprise for obi a oya building projects now we hear tiles set floor tiles we hear wall tiles open tiles for living room family area or bedroom sanction our kitchen afi o hall and some ya bia washroom ni nyina no also Obstac Enterprise for mo and ye cut tiles ton papa tiles from air Twyford and Mikaso tiles different colors different designs different shapes different air sizes no for Obstac Enterprise one more branches our tunnel so opposite air palace no ebio edum ejaba adjacent ejaba jewelry sounds and edum opposite post office no and the third one a wardroom so as omo champagne na infio and Bridport Junction opposite county hospital 0244 458 542 0244 458 542 now the Obstac Enterprise for any encomo Africa Logistics Adama my culture some who be autonomous from China Edeba Ghana and Africa Logistics omu and a best pay omu groupie small parcels what you say small packages normal groupie eboa ema wutimi service ka omu full containers dedicated FCL shipping sounds on a door to door omu pick up our China no more deliver our Ghana the fast clearance hassle free customs clearance our port and also Africa Logistics and shipping services for say Ombaya dem omo 2 warehouses ewa China you ene Guangzhou ena Ghana so tema ena afi kuma so mo line no esan so WhatsApp line 0536 735 393 0536 735 393 now ni Africa Logistics for enso entu enin koma kama na bibia enkoso ye emfa enwo daroma ene the first batch no enso de ba men kwa bia for me na fi second batch no ye be saba be yini nyina enso de format ansa na mema Christian abemu no mamen ko se latest form de men fedi agro utie mi a mattress awoda so na nsan and a trend nearby is a child mattress any who say nipa bonifobi and chroma any inferior materials are a substandard enru de a Ghana Standard Authority Erica at the mattress said the maye udine bonafu nasa nebona funachi now kotwa yes offer the folder what is eka aya the folder na offer and they are remember all that relax about that sorry no abre over that sorry now una minute to two because omun using my papa and fanya mattress no name say what latest from there and no dey over 60 years in na ogwase agro sir company back general over 60 years na just so wadwuma na omoye no eye adwuma to say edimu we mo ba ya eye papa ntino on say pa omo a ye yin free system nemo jo latest from say so come snap person from ba eye 365 eye craft one so be free 0302 231 155 0302 231 155 na no enkasa omo showrooms ne so de those baby e will kuma say bora ho na kwaji latest from your partner for life. Sir Christian
Yandi
yamon komo kakra
me da say na abranje feni Christian Eriksen ebe ya bo no nya bo de obenya football mu eni de ono so betimi de ama football bia no andi o de ama football awie Dono subenya free football mu no wanya wi onye footballer afi na wo siso a obeka se football no onya ahwe free mu na obia ni wono mu a only few people in a life am second chance life am first chance now mess up one shot second chance ma the next time a second chance e ba no ade na de wo now, yes, is why the ball at Yabeti said there was this Nigerian footballer, Feno, Samuel Okwaraji. back in 1990 in a World Cup qualifier, and a Samuel Okwaraji a collapse here park so Andy yen komra na brante ne wu e wo park so enche kra ya de ni ewure fi asem okaya 2017 and an Ivory Coast for player a Sheikh Tioti. I think say he played for Newcastle in the Premier League. And free Premier League no more. No see a kind or China. And quite a nanya match. Omo ye training. And a Sheikh Tioti a collapse here. Andy and no suyanko yankomra Sheikh Tioti no 2007 year. And in Spain Antonio A. Puerta. I know see a kind Sevilla. And the onusu collapse here park so yankomra na Africa say the biggest hit of cardiac arrest or park so a hit Africa 2003 Mark Vivian Foy na FIFA Confederations Cup and a park so a brand any collapse here and the yentra ase betimi asade na bank komu biem no yeni bae ho so no na Mark Vivian Foy Andy wa free mu Ghana for enya your own version of this story so kai Rafael Jamina Rafael Jamina in 2023 Asia kan e wa Albania in the Albanian league Rafael bobo sa no so collapse here Andy otwahwe ye Rafael Jamina yenkomra na Rafael Jamina enso atimi afrim na obiampe Nwanko Kanu interview bi a oyeye about time na ofi Ayas eba Inter Milan no onim say footballer bia e make mover oya medicals abrante friend Nwanko Kanu the medicals abrada Inter Milan try so mbeto no and a medicals no reveal is Andy or heart related issue sabre no na Inter Milan every option said Dina or the man no e come be cancel because once our failing medical bia no the club now auto no and you oni hye say so auto because medicals na wo ye and senate imagine so auto no and you fail you need several clubs and several footballers omo move na ntimi because omo fail medicals but the then Inter Milan president Massimo Moratti eka say even though say in Nwanko Kanu afeli medicals no still no he was going to bet and risk on Abrantia your friend in Nwanko Kanu a 2 heart open heart surgery our America Ohio so utie Nwanko Kanu a was in nyama mienu as the day kai and believe in Jesus Christ that is why he's alive the etosu mienu asida odi ma Massimo Moratti na only any obligation say obetimi pay for the side operation okoye no ba Massimo Moratti si da bi abrante no onye me play ade afa na me to no me ye medicals no ma hu say or heart related issue kasi ye operation akorete a sika ehia se betimi sa operation no wan hweda Nwanko Kanu enya Massimo Moratti decided say Andy obe fund sa 2 operations na Nwanko Kanu no Nwanko Kanu no Andy he was able to come back to the game and played for Inter Milan. But the Italian Football Federation and the Italian Air Health Ministry alongside the Italian Olympic Committee are passing a decree say player bia ubenya heart related issue say ye implant bibi wo sa akomanim no untimi nsia kan wo Italy
pass him here
daddy so what issue with the heart na say ekoye surgery near the adibi she wakomanim a anto say be yi sa de firi wakomanim ama akoma no etimi aye adwuma normally no and nya de betimi asia kan e the Italian asase so and nya football nko we athlete we boxer we whatever sports bia we bia no so konya heart related issue now say ye operation ade device bi sia sa akoma nim ansa na akoma na timi ayadwuma anti wuntimi nsi akan e wo Italy now we are samra no onim de asi death related to a cardiac arrest and a sudden heart failure no a reduce from over 3% to a little over 1%.
See, more on Facebook and YouTube, no. Over some of the images are near the Christian Eka, near my Shakumano.
Me back Eriksen the other so. Eriksen, Eriksen, Tamunya the first cardiac arrest, no, see, I can't mind Inter Milan.
Yeah.
The entire one to go back to Italy was that Sam Rano Ewino.
Yeah.
So now Inter Milan any other option. Say some releasing because once I saw implantation, I want to come muno on Timmy Siakan away Italy. Andy, a Brenton Siakan ama yas. He has played for Tottenham Hotspur. Was he a kind Edema Inter Milan? Was he a kind Edema Brentford? On say Ofri Inter Milan na onya
about Manchester Zukakra.
Ofri Brentford and about Manchester United. The entire Ofri Inter Milan. Oh, Euro 2020 no. I think that was a game between Denmark and Finland.
Finland, yeah.
And onya sa cardiac arrest no. And on that day no. Obia no ohwe game no. Even supporters were emotionally affected.
Yeah.
Onum say Finland players no. Only came back to the pitch about 2 game no so after so mo tesa brand here no about back to life.
Yeah.
And Denmark for Finland for now normally Denmark for airborne no were so emotionally affected. So one tesa a brand feno Eriksen ne ho atono am back to life no mo se ball no and the to aso. You have played for years, you have played for Tottenham Hotspur. What's your kind of man Inter Milan? What's your kind of man Brentford? What's your kind of man Manchester United? And now you can say, and you see a kind Edema Wolfsburg. Nadia Nessie. Yeah, bought Euro 2020. And I brand you Chafe. Andy, I brand you Chafe no. Na cardiac arrest. I dear boy brand Telemani Tim Commune. Eh, baby, I know see a kind. Any medicine are available. And say be a gun her baby. And I bring to in your situation now. A be uncontiasi. Because at that point, you need a more extremely medical expert to be able to handle such situations. Now, a commander and go on the mind. A Juma commander one of the organs in the body and the enhome. A commander Jumane say and pumping moja to all parts of the body. The body no sawado sawonayo the body needs blood every part of your body ehia moja. It is a osha and for na yakopon dia komane to ye. O se osoro. Adentin wan fa ngo fom. Eka ebenya more pressure to pump the blood from say from edebasoro. Be e wo osoro no e pumping moja e dia bad down wa and the ohia more gravitational force to be able to do that. Na so ni mu a sa akoma no eja adwuma ya permanent damage to the brain within 3 to 4 minutes. So akoma ya adwuma yi se sizi se anya adwuma bi mu a permanent damage to the brain within 3 to 4 minutes. Within 3 to 4 minutes si antimi afa akoma no ama back to life ama na anya adwuma acha 4 minutes wadwen permanent and they say
okay.
Eti Abrante Feno Eriksen enya sa cardiac arrest in the Euro 2020 no 2022 and call Ohio in US ekwaya sa surgery na Andy omode adibi ahye na komam device omse e friend implantable cardioverter defibrillator and omde my image ni image ma trend omo planting wo yo adibe fe ne collarbone odon safa on se kase bi wo ha kase bi wo ase biologically fe ne clavicle clavicle na se no e no me sa machine she e no ma connect machine no to the heart rechargeable. It is powered by a battery shim say yeah adwuma sa eno and monitor the rhythm of the heart as a heart no e beat abnormally biana a send electrical shock ekoya komane ho adwuma saadi we dumu a one shot brand any between a trash here and the end to me back to life with him. Waste and akuma ho. And Sakuma no dear, it is under the clavicle, but it is also her diagram now. Connection now you're connected to the heart. I monitor how the heart a beat.
Clavicle Christian can come Cassian normally and come Cassiano.
Why you so a cabak go and you find a clavicle. I see
and on machine. Yeah, Facebook machine. I say, I say airport to a miss. And a cable eshim and a omodia fa ho aba ka akomano
nti dia na ye eno na monitor the rhythm of the heart tiene tambia na be hu say heart no ABT ana unse your oko hospital near check your BP BP no unse ba ko yesoro 120/80 120 your normal 80 no 120 no eno wasoro no check the pressure of the heart when it is pumping. I said, check the pressure of the heart when the heart is resting. It must be within a range. Say machine a dana kuma hono. Who's a heart more abnormally, whether it is too high and now too low below our range now. And automatically, na machine send the electric as a shock. What I say? Na ko shock ya kumano. Na ma kumano ayajuma yi. Sa di we na sha branti ya kuma ho. Ade ankoa na Eriksen Jeffrey bo mu an sankan
obi bisa o Facebook jare wo de kate of obi ka
ade ankoa na Eriksen eje ofubo mu a ne sankan
ana bo na ope
daddy but untimi no bibia more than your life.
Yeah, so
nothing should be secondary to your life. Ade ehu hia ansa na otimi aye bibia ade e friend nkwa your friend life. When you are not alive, you are not valuable. So ni ma de bi ye Andy adwuma ye ada e be wo ye betimi aye
David
etimi se me yare ada BBC na se me call hospital na se me je adwuma we ho eco hospital I'll go to the hospital first because my health comes first before this job.
That can let you even do that.
Ada me wo no adi anti no obi adwuma be
3 days
adwuma we will mourn you because bia we are invaluable to this company. But how long can they mourn you?
3 days.
Life must go on. The company must go on. It in after crown 2-3 days later, you must be replaced and you will be replaced. It's a brand friend Eriksen. Life, I'm on first chance. Second chance, the man said he was able to walk off the field.
Yeah.
The entire team walking off the field, was because of some machine. What if one day machine was made by man? One day this machine failed.
Battery no
team ko wu a na me kwara mpese me bisa almost say eden dey charge battery
me kwara wo na kan wasa kan bebuza say
no ma nya research na enro hono but me hwe na no I'll find out how it will recharge this battery no
so okuyi no mo charge
ada battery ni bewu na akoma no ho ba asem a how are you going to survive? And your first time ni second time ni maybe for the third time no onya lucky. Their players are younger than Eriksen but they retired. How old was Hazard when he retired from football? Hazard was 32 years. But on one case, checking the body, no, or realizing that even though say Abia or talent, obetimi asiakai, but or the body na, or tries or bobo na, he may go against his body, and one day, Ojina Park and so and wato. You know, Andy, me say, Esisana Obia emotionally affected.
Yeah.
And no me share game no me share highlight no players na on one can say teammate any opponent no more bono any supporters all park no so no once mu ja game no ball supporters all park no so no everybody was emotionally affected. Mama
fa we say nka Kwakula Bia Sunday contribution na question na nyere bisa say Andy, another name for the device is called Peacemaker. The battery is charged every 10 years. Once a while you need to go see your doctor to make sure the Peacemaker is working normally and within range.
A be nation akoma hono.
To so much charging 10 years.
10 years. But 10 years no say the Kwakula Bika no or say every
Brano
often be out my doctor no say machine here adwuma machine no act as policeman to the heart. Say heart need this say hunu bia na send the electrical shock na pump heart no na my life no back to life. Me say akomano is so crucial that and on there unse circulation circulation the heart, the blood and the blood vessels. Heart in the part no pump blood. But blood in them infant, a quina blood in them no, and a friend blood vessels. What I say, and it's no sacomanam pumping mujana. Blood vessels no cry useless because a command na dimujano, and before the blood vessels no. A command na dimujaneko. Now every part of Robert, in fact, only say o party be nyamoja, the cells begin to die within 1 second because cells in here oxygen. Oxygen no, one of these are oxygen come cells no. Moja no. Etiri moja no na akomane de echo. Every part of your body will need that blood, it will need that oxygen, and a blood also and for oxygen kwa na echo. And the near what dia digested. Our body no will need to distribute it to all parts of the body. No, it is transported or transmitted in the body through the blood. It's in a component in pumping moja. Maso, there are certain cells within 1 minute they begin to die. Maximum akumano eje jumaye. Na yentimia makumano amba back to life. What me survive the longest 4 minutes. The longest you can survive without the heart beating 4 minutes. And one more first warning. Second warning to us no. Me who's a brand feno Christian Eriksen bobola. Game a obobiano major game because I won't be allow myself to be put into such emotional trauma again. Ebia unye nipa and the obia nipa obia ohwebo obiano ebia unye related to him.
Yeah.
But was the first time now you air Mark Vivian Fodie no and the camera capture
yeah.
And the shellers is a film. Oje the we are Mark Vivian Fo who ye na ni camera capture no the we are no film no. It was so painful to watch. That is why these days BB says here no matter I'm say obi abetimi ahwe. And you don't put your supporters, your family, your friends, any the football family in this trauma. Football no why 34 years do benya wanya wi do the mama football or the football we enough is enough.
Oswald, I say sports and science that Joe or say Christian today you are Ajekun Francis your boy Gerard Aqua or say Eriksen must retire and Kwesi culture say sports mu biology say Christian you do all and ono and so diaba Adoko Emmanuel say Jamina was want to quit playing but he insisted till he died on the pitch. Real Russ, I say the battery is not rechargeable. It has a lifespan, and when it expires, it needs to be replaced. Yeah, that's it for this contribution. Kenba will say, Christian, the Yabua Ajekun Francis, and Dennis Odro will say, we the United fans wish him a quick recovery. And Bonsu Charles will say, Ali, I'll say, Dr. Christian Kofanochi is waiting for you. And so Nedia or Diabarno. Maxwell.
Yeah, Andy. Maybe I will call there. So we can now see a World Cup and I'll see the attention. And Eriksen, so many crazy arguments. Eriksen on Jai. Suppose back they've been relegated even, if I'm right. So what I JT one. And what I JT, but Christian Eriksen, so Jai, such a good player. That man about Tottenham, so kind. Kai, offer ball out boy. And a Manchester way, could do my quaja.
There's a very pacemaker.
Okay.
Pacemaker. They are
implantable cardioverter defibrillator.
I would say the other name for pacemaker. Okay. Max,
okay, into Yenche World Cup. Andy, World Cup we are special because the first World Cup I host to 3 different countries. What I say. But okay, cosmetic. I didn't answer the United States of America. They host to my dear. Almost share that Canada. Your friends in Mexico, rem. But one thing is certain, your World Cups are called North America. Also, Mexico hosted World Cup twice. All right. And United States will hosting one. This is their second time host. Canada and hosting. But anytime the World Cup goes to North America, I am not oftentimes in a South American team that edgy. And this is what I say. If I'm right, in 1970, it was Argentina. All right. If I'm right. Then again, over 94, Brazil, Nigeria, and Ameboa. And in 1986, it was Mexico, It was the last time your friend is saying, Mexico hosted, I think Brazil won, and Argentina won 86 through Maradona. What's that? And in 1994, Brazil also won. It's Brazil, Argentina, Brazil. So your guess is as good as mine. And I currently also Brazil and Argentina team now, so be better to me a general record better. So I think Argentina for a bit ahead of Brazil. But one thing is that Brazil so mind the World Cup we call it longest period World Cup. They won it last time in 2002 maybe and 2026. So that is giving them about 24 years ago. Into mind so more equally on a record. Entirely clearly speaking, this World Cup speaks a lot. But most often the World Cup no so kwa ayana Europeans and South Americans never final. Final the European South American. Of course, it is understandable. Obibeka says so one able no yenya all South America and yenya all Europeans or North America when the World Cup is hosted. That's what I want to push. But my case World Cup we me differently. They are me want to say me two sides. I don't see the World Cup on one area. One side may say a bit my the last dance. In the sense that Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, even Luka Modric now can ask him. And some other players might bring it to an end or national career. Even Neymar himself, me sure say Neymar the next World Cup it will be unlikely. Even Oba Africa across Sadio Mane, me sure say the next World Cup me name there, but likely say he might not go. Jordan's way. What I say? A host of players a bedding a berita because of that. Even Otamendi crown me sure so be kubium. And because of that, and I heard a World Cup we acquired the last dance in the sense that those players would like to make a mark. And what's my argument now say? It's they are going to dominate the tournament. So the Ombe call out gracefully. And yes, also at this same World Cup, and also able to me aye the new dance. The new dance in the sense that the young players who are coming up will also take over this World Cup and tell the world that football shot into a new era.
Okay.
So that is the competition we are going to have. Into here, what am I talking about? Mbappe, does it belong to the old or the new? And I saw no Jinan Finfin. Oh, Mbappe, old or no?
Onka last dance for also as Onka the new generation.
Oh, Jinan Finfin.
Mbappe still won the prime.
And the youngest or the new.
Also, no last World Cup, and I 2018, they have 2022, no?
Yeah.
And I never saw the new generation like Lami Yama, the new generation.
Disadvantage is that one range, a month for because Lami Yama and you Sanala, we are starting by lamplight. It's a
no dance. No,
yes, new dance.
It was already, I've told you long ago, months ago, say one player we should watch out for at the World Cup. Your friend say Mbappe one, Macatro, Lamine A2. Yeah. And all others ebe count. And it's a Mbappe Lami Mosu to many ebi a Pedri mono more Marcano.
So Olise
do it money and this to me echo dance very well. Next almost what the World Cup in the free. OGs in them. And they are about me G's no.
Gen Z's.
I mean me from me G's.
OGs.
As my guy me G's.
Now who will you to
David come oh yeah, major icon.
May
retire. So they say how you coach. I tell that's already 10 years I know football champion. And what I'm trying Sana me who said World Cup we beko. The rivalry be back on me and certainly that is how it's gonna go. Because you were talking about Luka Modric, Cristiano Ronaldo, Waka Messi, and all these other players still they are playing very well. If they say new guys near Banum, EMFA World Cup, no moment that's also saying going forward, they are going to do it. If that's the case, my profile players be a debut bako kakra.
Okay.
It's in the mess start with Leo Messi. Ochina meba your friend is saying Lami Yamal because Messi Yamal they know a link. Maybe I'm a back Kylian Mbappe. There's also another link. Maybe I'm a real with Cristiano Ronaldo. Meaning so person may they look at Modric can one. But if you said those four no your can as a player be out they can will profile them. And your profile now how no where this say they being yes our profile. We pure super iconic profile. Pure sports super iconic profile. I will say Messi, a back World Cup golden booter, Waje twice. No player has done that. Golden ball, best player at the World Cup, Waje twice, player Bianye. A bad man of the match or World Cup, Waje 11, player Bianye. And even at the single World Cup, no, Waje 5, player Bianye. Messi has said 13 goals, players be Braille. But say every round of the World Cup, from the group stage to the round of 16 to the quarter to the semi up to the final, be say go no. Messi penayo Bianye. And the Messi were 22 goal contributions at the World Cup. Was 13 goal, no assist 9. 9 no assist. And also another record in the World Cup, most assists. Obia Enge. Messi na abo games be prepare World Cup. Go for instance, so player abo matches be prepare World Cup. Messi, and they were about 26. Out of the 26, you know, the minutes near 2,314. And then they say, who divide it by 26? Ubenya bear, let's say 80 or 81 minutes per game. Only because or start here and or Bemutu a substitute appearance and or ball back 4. And also a record. And then for no sooner 26 matches now, Abonandi only player what captain team power work say player or ball World Cup or air captain. Messi na captain so many matches. That is also 18. Now, Odi are not too in going forward, what is Leo Messi expecting in this World Cup? Andy, the first thing they say, Messi per 4 goals. Now I outright top scorer in the history of the World Cup. So when you're 4, no, you're 3. Obabe joint top scorer at the World Cup. Ninginani a record. It's in going for Messi needs 4 goals when you're so you're 3. And that will also push him there. Now, so be top scorer all time or World Cup now. A feather in his cap, but that record, so to me, Andy, believe you me, enche Mbappe Beseno and Metro the India. I say all FIFA competitions here, we are singing a club and country, no. Messi na top scorer 25. And all final games, club and country put together, Messi na top scorer 35, Pele 31, Cristiano Ronaldo 24, and then Neymar 21. Neymar, we don't respect him enough. But every aspect, if you say if Brazil cries, their top scorer will beat Pele money adingina. Now, Odi are not too a bad top scoring award in football, domestic, any international, you know, a Messi na aji most. In Tandy, so G World Cup top scorer Kanwa, a bear a feather in his cap. But Hana Diama Misurone say, Kylian Mbappe has 12 goals, and a Messi has 13. So your guess is as good as mine. Say, we bear Messi last dance, not or 10 cry. Sa World Cup we, any the next World Cup clearly Mbappe be kubino. Those two Mbappe be to me I say it to me beat Messi. And to score 10 at a single World Cup is also difficult. Messi highest was last season, last World Cup or shared 7, and Mbappe scored 8. Into that record of Messi being the top scorer all time, you know, what it means that Messi should score at least 4 goals to be outright. If that would be the case, Mbappe should not score 6. Because a Messi chef for Mbappe says 6 cry. Mbappe AI then or ya be too Messi. Meaning so what's me analogy na say. Into that record Messi being the all-time top scorer no. Mbappe be say no. But at this World Cup no, there is possibility so obey to me. So when you obey to me a joint all-time, that's an all-time outright. But it's still under trade by Kylian Mbappe. Now, also the last World Cup near quite Mbappe share hat-trick. It's only the second timer player be share hat-trick at the final of the World Cup. The first time was in 1966. And the first time was 1966. Now, the entire me say World Cup win, so I heard Messi saw bought Lamine Yamal Esu. Anyway, Messi first World Cup was in 2006, if I'm right. About 3 games: Mexico, the Netherlands, and Serbia and Montenegro. 3 games and they share 1 goal. Now Messi 1 goal is against 2 nations that because that time Serbia and Montenegro nebum and then CII then yachim. Meaning so what's my argument as here? Messi na age bang and no what they call World Cup, the first World Cup. It was 18 years, 358 days. 18 years, 358 days. 2 substitute appearance, 1 full-time, 1 start, and or share 1 goal. And the Lamine Yamal, age bang or they call the first World Cup? 18. Yeah. only the enemy say 18 and let's say about 10 months or so. It's only a bit younger than Messi, but the same 18 bracket. And also they call the first World Cup. And at the ending in answer ACC, although they are young, but we still see them to be the future of the game. Anameboa. At the time they are making their first appearance to the World Cup. Although they are young, but they have already arrived at the World Cup. We expect a lot from them. Although they are young, you will be forced to play them. You can't say you go to the World Cup and you not play them. You will play them. Now, say Lami Yaman is Spain and go for say Omuye February. Say Lami best start all matches now. I'm expecting Lami to score at least 2 goals and beat Messi's record. Meaning, so what's my argument now? Say at least 2 goals, or beating Messi's record. So
Messi first
World Cup or say 1 goal.
Till Lami should 2
goals. And we now so age 18. Just the Lami 10 months and Messi. Your friend say Lamine, I think 10. Oh, Lamine a bit younger than me. Messi 18 years, 358 days. Okay. But Lamine the 18 years, I think 110 days. Yeah, that's what I have here. Until Lamine much younger. It is Abia Lamine who called this World Cup. No boss things up. Messi a free one. Say Spain a to major dia. Then one word they had never said Lamine records in BBT Messi the younger stage. But him say what me argument because already at this stage he's won the Euro and he won all that. And clearly speaking, this is how the World Cup is going to span out. I think that Messi has a lot to prove, and because he's playing in America, terrain near familiar. So I think he's one of the players, Andy. May say to me a Peja World Cup with me. So you better Lamine instead of making a bet to also Mbappe near with Cristiano Ronaldo.
Mera say Maxwell na Eriksen and no the idea but I mean main kind we see in relation to Christian Eriksen common na you know me and Casemiro YB Holland also first hand when it comes to sa adia ni di ho komoi sa ICD no ne peace maker. Now this is what he said. I say there's a difference between the pacemaker and an ICD, that's the implantable cardioverted defibrillator.
Yeah.
And this is what he says. I'll say an ICD often includes pacemaker functions, but a standard pacemaker does not include defibrillator functions. And I'll say simplest explanation is a pacemaker helps a heart that beats too slowly, but an ICD protects against a heart rhythm that becomes dangerously fast or chaotic. A pacemaker does not treat cardiac arrest caused by ventricular fibrillations, but an ICD constantly monitors the heart. If it detects a life-threatening rhythm, it can try to correct the rhythm with rapid pacing or deliver a shock to restore a normal rhythm, just like you were explaining.
Yeah, Christian Eriksen no. ICD no, and then Eriksen use no, which is much more advanced than the pacemaker na mo kan one step no, but and the nyina ni say dey na oje free boom, dey na oje free boom and sankan.
Many about pressures are texting me say on ICD DB.
Okay.
Yeah, also Holland.
But so on mobile.
Baby.
On mobile. Mami read kokula bi message or send me privately. In himself kokube onya say make a message here. Or say okay maminka. Or say 10 years from now when it was installed. Also in Mobia ya install biwo na come musa. 10 years from now when it was installed, the battery will be replaced. After 10 years, be replace the battery.
Okay.
The device ranges between 70,000 to 120,000 Ghana cedis. The enable of air for cry 700 million. The enable of air also air one so machine in by operation so it ranges between 70,000 to 120,000 Ghana cedis. I know doctors who perform the surgery no, I pay 65,000 Ghana cedis for the device, and the surgery was discounted too. In total, I paid 110,000 Ghana cedis for this device and then the surgery.
1.1 billion.
1.1 billion.
Nothing.
Yeah.
My correction with 1 minute, 10 seconds. Na me can we Lamine age 18 years and 10 months. and a Messi the year 18 years and 11 months.
Oh, okay.
And it's around the same corner. That is the right way, right?
Mate me da say, ye be fie ni aba bedi enkomo e wo fie because Makacho said no the sports minister visited so for Pedi Adum Chidua for spiritual backings for the Black Stars. Na ye betie nanu di seven enkomo di tuja. Yes, the Black Stars are planning another friendly against Honduras behind closed doors friendly. But I don't permit me picking information. Someone has I give them as you say Honduras 1% back off from that game. But we will still come back and have that discussion. But just before that, may have this interview real quick. Na yemra po bude won komo na ne yedi bani si nso a e wo se ye kirewie na hu ba bia obetu anamo akode a ya ne se yare eteteo na jesi yanka na otu anamo na akọ ne se obi wanum nura ma oyi ni nura chen so odi ampesie concussion said dia mo because of the yare nti no nyasem ketwa but still won ne ho ano enu nti ene ye transisi ya ne akanfo bidimafo aso ye dia ma ho kwa na the time ato yare ne so me ne watrasi boy enkomo boko de
nyame adan romande
ye ni nkomo ano peye ene de na wo de bre
Honduras for no go ntimi wo mo na me yo ade se ntimi wo mo na zo mo jai mo baby amasa afa no kra de nuru baby abusuafo ye kwa ni ye beton ye duru Medima Forever Hospital Dr. Time da so no pedi ewie ye de nchia ma obi bia doctor se wadaroma enkai boy wo ho na ye fambre tiefo nyina kire se mobile hospital no enenam edwa so efiefie mountain so enti nyame ya adoma 22nd June kura ye duru so takrade na ho nyame ya adoma 22nd June no behu ye takrade more ye bie ye do no e wo honom de ka ne ne doctor sesisi wonom ane o ba mo ho beto biscuit na se ye chekere wonsa ahwe na wankwo biscuit na sanko because e bia na anam no na enioma enkoye e wo system nim nti takrade fo nyina takrade mo 22nd June afi Cape Coast so o se top paid event center opposite Chapel Square e ho nso ye 23rd nti e free takrade na ne de ani akere mu wo Cape Coast eno so ubehu asen fosu si Joes Plaza Hotel enkwan FM animu ho no ma 24th June busumi ya yewomu atina ria mobile hospital no edenam eni nkre be komuni eboboso no mankasim enso ye All Souls Anglican Church 25th June ya eho ye wo ho na afi aguna so aduro enso eye town hall ho a ebebie yapono kese pa de twon obi asa agunafo nyina Medima Forever Hospital ya to momonten so eye 26 June eno so eho asem eno no na afi weniba ose osaje fokojo bedu community center 27th June I just said the June no aberi na ka 3 days na asa ye we are next month July no ye be for fraud ye de abeto amo inti se wantimi anko poku asemayira enkran ya ye bata krade ne mpotemo a obetimi ahia wo ho ena afi wa amakuma se ya atwema ebu akwa agogo so a eno so ye de ato wa abobo ano na afi takwa nso ho so wandru ho a ni nyina ho nhihye ne aye no Medimafo Herbal Hospital Dr. Tam da so ye ne mobile hospital no ye kabom di juma ye de namo a ye hwe se Ghana ni ba bia na odasani bia ne benya apomden fi se ye ka apomden abroni beka cho se eye too expensive se o ti usika akohwehwe oyade bia na sa akopa no aduro na wabra ko awunya enti sabre ya hoden kakra wo ho no bo ho ban na soso ano na di unkwa na me fi se nuane ni nsu ayenom of late no se wodi agorade e beye nipadua no wanka ses wani na enso okache yesi kumase ade e de enya ajagale yenya ntu bi wa ha enti yafe ehu adie me pacho ensuo enenam asase ase baabi a wo pe no wofa enti anya wanwa sese kotoba ira ese de epona no ayeso 2 days wotone na etina ne etina chi wa no a obekwa akofa da fresh ubumu anachesa afọ pacha no akoto atu agu enioma sententem so kanene na sa anioma ne ntisa into omo agala no muntu omo sa aseso no ensuo ni mu mercury ni mu ho ahwan sign 9 ne de keka ho ne nam a air travel no na e fansa ase bia ye duaduane di anasa duaba wo so ma ye die no e de ohaw ne amane e bre ye ntimi pacho sadia tie bia no bo wapom ho apom den ho ban Nanya memo anatena se du nkwa na me vizo you ani jeja nyo memo a ebetimi amoato anana no monse do ntimi dimafo se ye nkrapo manfa maso ye mprenu ye ntena hweche mu mfa ma mprenu yarefo yare ni odimafo ani mi dimafo eba hospital Dr. Time da so one na wo entatia case hu aduru a wo se yade ni so too much se beba mi dimafo aso ye na entimi ankro etu wo ho na infections a adokro wo no fabra mi dimafo ho de owo gonorrhea na se candidiasis chlamydia mo sa himfie ho se obema burning sensations discharges ahodo HS ahodo no wose saa de ne de uhu a chese symptoms wa hunu bi na de ye woni padua mu no ntimi fa wani ehunu ntimi dimafo se to America bra ne enya labs ahodo na ye nhwe ba bia yade ne free ne enso ano fama osisi ade kwankro ka ho bi obu a ne sisi no se de ekode cho ye ne hua enye ye ono ntimi ntena so ono so ntimi nyina ho ana midimafo se wadaroma eye boat and nut no sa cartilage na esisi ntintini nani anase nkasa nani mane boa wono na enyini nti emuari anase infections ni nro no mbasa basa nti no eye from nkasa ni echimana midimafo se entena onkrapoma midimafo se wadaroma bra ne fa time ni binto so se 30 minutes na anim se sisie no eno ne yede kɔ ye dada adwumadie so se me be ya me free ekromu na eba ha se yi no be hwe ni pedi atrantwie ye ne nante ni nyina ye sisi so wona ete wote wo de so omom de ye adwuma biara no eye sisie no fi so obeko omu obekuto obe den owu sisi ne nka ho a entumi nye ntimidimafo se sisi ade ho nsam ne esimadua so wo se wache ampa obetene nti bra midimafo ho ena afe enkuda hodo a ye funumu obi de duodenal ulcer obi de ye peptic ulcer obi de gastric ulcer osa ne said yes ibubodin no abusuafo anya desa yenwe anase yendi na eso mu ebesunson pa mo ayesa mo akoni edu no midimafo se entna ma osa brefo no enjo onkwa na emmoso obu ane de no eso na chi kasa animu a na aso ne mfesa na asa aso ne boda bia ne bo ayereten odinuane bia burning sensations ahodo hard burns no ohuna mane doctor say nyina ye ntatia case no say ani subire etel so owo anemia wo ya anemic chese o moja no enye enough say betumi de wanante aye adwumaden enti dabia na ni subiri etel so abusua abrosan yete so efia say na ye tu sika gu monten so ne yesi empere nkofuru bia ankose bia de chese wo anemia yade na ha ho fisa untu 1-2 steps no na okoko no ebose kinkim baka so akoma ni yato midimafo se sa ha ni nyina no ha dwene bra ne fa time ni bi ento so abusuafo infections a eye nompe friend osteoarthritis osteoporosis no eye nompe bi a wuntimi fa wani hunu ba bibi ketwa bi ona kasa ni mu abu a be ye onwanwa sa chese kasa no ni mudro no lose magnesium a eboa ma won kasa etimi ya fit no wo de no entumi nya sa ntimi dimafo se menkancho say sa how amani abetena wo nompe mu a won se poapon na dompe ni every ne dwe na ye wo ya no fabra midimafo eba hospital Dr. Time da so na abusuafo stroke nyudua ya de o se ebe bonkaye no cry ya bia ma all of a sudden net so nkakra na one pay attention to body system na de hawa bro inti nhwemu che say one wo hypertension high blood pressure kese pa na asiche ya de ni stroke no eventually no just say 1 after 10 and I say 2 ni di obetimi anya binti midimafo se menkancho say stroke na eba na titiriti yeta wo so moja ntimi ni afusani ye mazu pools ahodo da bia na nkwa na nsacho na just say wo bre woni paduanim wanim fana asa etiagu kasa ema ye intimate understanding ma midimafo se menkancho say sa how ni nyina no fabra ne fa time ni binto so na watwe mienu na doctor emwa sa kwan so wo pressure abra ye nhwe wuntini no se emu na asisi umoja mu odura na ntini no srade adore na fa nipadua skin ne ho amna checha fa unti ekwan sheda nnamu sa nti moja ni intimi penetrate midimafo se menkancho say ni nyina no entete case nti wadaroma na watwe mienu ye fa time ni bi nto so ye nhwe asitwe yade na ye manage sugar ne mawo sugar no wo de ye too low a ehu ena ekonanim so a eye dangerous nti de ahini biem na opese wugina nti brani ye nhwe insulin glucose ene sa pancreatic friend say diseases anasa hawa ababe ye no na emma wintimi produce insulin e break it down aduane na ya dear friend glucose na mana ya adwuma said ye tie pepepe woni paduanim entimi dimafo se wadaro mabra Dr. Time that so was the time near now what you mean yen hwe sa how ni nyina emma Bema war prostatitis infections. Say prostate ni jumo di ni say o kwa na nyina o junso a obedwunso no said ye beba any mo ahoden no won na regulate and manage no wa wo sam so ka ho bi. Enti wo de ani ntimi nya sa na akwadwunso na ye nofon pressure nim junso ni suso kokoko o te wa o feel so obedwunso obekọ no na hwema o do sa ho anu asa betina o baabi Dr. Time da so se men kancho se careful kadam ayekeka madam pan wani beba ho so no ne ya pai wo na chese de rubber ni bi asha obemem na e basa na me masem ni nyina na atosini no because ade bi aba be femfam ho ntimi mfa ya ntimi dimafo se men kancho se no so ye na wotwe mienu Doctor se brani enfa time ni bi ento so and afa o kidney o ko test ye so anya kidney failure na wo de ne nam honom sa ginsam no anya sika ankoye transplant anaso anko da fidi kese so am ye circulate moja na up and down sa anko na hu sika sam wo betimi atua busa ho entintina ho ni di nuane boni bi eno num so bi a chese nya well treated Obetina hono sa no na atop pressure beto kidney so old age ne kache wa na abehunu se bi wedding semfon amani padua no sofa Dr. Time da so se men kancho say na wotwe miensa Brian hwe kidney ne pomasi bransa na wankasa no wahuhura ye se bofro to ade ato anwam no obo se kidney for no so hu patient na obu aye nyanganyanga na obi so wo hono mo a waye tofo umia ne nan na ato umia ne nsa sa na afei no ontimi humiye da bi opante no so ne nase abobɔ kofie ne lungs ne muntimi mbie nti no ntimi hu me ye no wakɔ pass sama ma ho Dr. Time da so se sa how ni nyina fabra ne fabre ni bi ento ya de so na yemmoa wo sa kwan ne so abusuafo se de hye ne nso biem ne se obeba so ye hɔ a se mu aduro bottle miensa me pato anya hwe kura no enuro nso ekonkono duro ne de ama na se ne bottles ne de ama o kire se wo se nuro ne emma nkofo sa we sia no no man na ya ono na aba so ye ho no nso efficacy of a drone no ne sent to me nka enti e basa na odinuro ni bi bewura bi mu amiema amiensa no na ba ko bi asa yade amiensa che se 3 no obenya 9 enti midima force hye nso saa se oba ne ansa nuro pocho amfa ma wa e mane ha de ama no ebeko ati anyare wa wo de ba ye no doctor se enka nchetiefo ni adofo se wadaroma ho na me masam nye na nneoma enhye danko ya Bramidima for Herbal Hospital Dr. Time da so o se be mai se langa yemfa no kwaye langa se kan no yesra nko an etimi do embu nua entwa hwe enti wo de ani ntimi nya adwuma sa na Bramidima for ho ne yemfa time 5 days into so said ye beboa na infections na abemu a betu ase de ama ade ne so for na e fon no busa se eye de evise ntini na go enam nagasa yemre agene ho ntimidima fo se wadaroma bra na yema oteterete pipiripi boburubo kakraka kokuruko tente brane edise barekese nchacho tim se eye ga ya nkasa sade beboa na apomuden ho nsem no atimi akonkan de amount yade no de ye boss o de ye amoso low sperm count bilateral tuber blockages ahodo pa wo a wunya bie no ni nyina nkanfu ano eye midima fo enkran pokuase mayira enkran pokuase mayira for so ira besi aya sabia kro timi show free of charge no abetena o baby to sing kran betia ni midima for time da so poku ase mayira no Africa akobi kuma se ha atwuma ebu akwa agogo na bie mu nso eye takwa so obehuni yen ewo ho no midima for se bra na said all the time ye adwuma no sa pepepe no ye no kire se yen kwagya ahwe tenten resanten ewo baby na time no bre no wakobia entimi nkonti na ba na wode o time ama said hia nyame ne yasafo na enso so emmo be na otwemienu anase na otwemiensa ntam okro ne de na yade awde ba en wahunu hu nsunsan so ntinye fe ne Dr. Time da so na time no eda benkum danifa eda soro da form eda fie da kwaye meda krom ba bi eda be kakra no ne yebo ne se captain band na che se eboye ne yede ba na se ne ahencho kra ne anwene watch and nesi etiri so if it's a time there ehu hia ebre ne nna ne de adwuma ewo baby ade oni ne time so no mo amunim semaya na etimi to ne timi dima for say brane emfa time ne bi nto so numbers ne 0244 774282 0244 7282 0500 727215 0500 727215 0591 202 375 premium number na me bono 0591 202 375 0591 202 375 what first number we are Dr. Bejo so pese me show ofia e beba baby apese enhia woni enfa pomden ne ma no won sabe ka medima for Herbal Hospital Dr. Time da so ye da munyina asema momoniti ahenewa e de asiandi
okay yeah that's see eno aye Dr. Time da so enkomo ena yakwa kuchina now yento aso office no na yemfa enso emra 3 days na walk up no air now the sports minister Honorable Kofi Adams visited Philadelphia Church na kushia so for penny adumchi idua yentie enkomo a ekoso
Ghana's first match will be played in Canada, in Toronto.
Yeah, ni Panama fona yebebo.
And we are going to face Panama.
Now about second one, yebo no Boston. Yeah, ni England, ena yebebo.
So the next one, we are going to face England.
Third one, group stage, you know, be yebebo. Yebo no Philadelphia.
Our third match in the US of A in Philadelphia.
Inye osofo ena minye odifo. Na so minim say yankopo ahihye. Yanye be pie hei. Philadelphia eye kroa eka bibia yebo machi. Philadelphia nyame obeji yen ama yakoye nim.
Amen. Although I am not a pastor and neither am I a prophet, but I coming here which is known as Philadelphia. We playing our match Philadelphia in the US of A. I believe that God will cause us.
We hear rankings now omoya. We Iraq free wa ena Ghana eba eno say obia enjoy say Ghana yebeya de ewo World Cup and so yedi na be de yenim say the stone of David ede kum Goliath no yebeji efri ha ede akọ Black Stars camp ama Black Stars ebe konka all akesia obo nyina enti papa yedawas
Ti eno aye Honorable Kofi Adams ono aye Ghana sports minister nana montuo a otuye nano kwesiada ewo Philadelphia Church koshia of penny adum chedua na mutie no nkoma na Christian sauti
yeah meti
se rankings no se we Iraq free ma Ghana neba chese ya yekono obi a nwene se Ghana ebe ya de but owojidie yese omotu omanamo akopie mu ewo Philadelphia sasisu na ye entire game so ye ne Croatia ebo na Philadelphia no Philadelphia nyame ebe man nsa
Philadelphia sorry won kwa na solutions a nka Baumia win the last election so
yeah
saba Baumia ko ho my dey papa ne kro yi ni v na egu no so no digu Dr. Baumia so
mama na call first
but
and Baumia so ko eche
so be lose I am not Andy downplaying the powers of prayers. Monday bia eba what do you do? Every Monday bia before say start pure show. What do you do?
Your
bonfire. Andy empire boni ba after say air production say we.
Yeah.
Meboa.
Yeah.
Say bonfire ni nyina wie. Na de wo say ye. Production a say jekie. Maso ne me ne wo. Adesua o si esua. Before say ba betra microphone na nji no. Ya nya empire bono emfaso bi ani so. E bobom paye aye fasting akọ sofu yima ho akọ yanga say sofu if you have sofu yana me refiniding
sofu agaspa ye be ko sofu agaspa ho bobom paye mai condemn bobom paye mai condemn crowd is empire no more na adwuma also ye the effort that we have to put into our work yamfasa effort na ntumu a the expected results and the ensanka. We a student. Oko three exams. What's your what day nyina wie? Na dem pa ba tato. Se nyankopon ema the spirit of remembrance. Sa dia o ref o asua no. Enso hwani ba
na toa uremfi na de wonsua bɔ mpaeɛ andi mpaebɔ no ɛnene ne memo paasi obefeli so minister no ekɔ se okɔ akɔbɔ mpaeɛ no me I don't blame the minister, I don't fault the minister. Do you know why? Because the minister no nye coach, minister no nye player. Ye kasa yi ɛna players ɛsɛ nkɔm yɛ training, coach a ɛsɛ nkɔ yɛ technical meeting ɛgya ni nyinaa yɛ ɛna nkɔm na masɔre ɛbɔ mpaeɛ dia, then I'll have a problem. But minister no andi so on the na djuma wa yan say or coordinate obi adjuma oye. Yeah. There's the FA Blasters Management Committee, technical team, playing body, and the minister no just a coordinator. So minister ni the andi obetimi movie from one church to another church, from one mosque to another mosque, from one traditional priest to another traditional priest, and no will not make any difference, and no will not solve any problem as long as omo matter no eyo omo djuma so omo ye no e na mpaebo na minister ne hwe no e betimi aye adjuma wey. The only time I can be a problem e minister na dia wo ye ne se dia wo se wo ye nka wonye ya ene nka wode mpaebo expect se ebeye dia se wo ye ne dia a de ne kam ne be problem ana coach I na una se wo di team ne ko training technical report. By this time, coach Ghana cry more game one. Teams say no more game no. Some more friendly games. England are more friendly game. Yeah. Croatia more friendly game. So you sit down, you watch the opponent, video analyst Nesenka, what them analyze our opponent, you know. Just you money here, empire body, then I'll have a problem. When I see a student I was there, so or the time be bompire. I will not have issue with that student. The only student I may not issue with him or her. Any the ones here there. Prep time beso. Instead of so we call prep no. Now or the way prayers there and then school no be no problem. And you know me I believe in the powers of prayers. Genuine prayers. Empire bar if rakuma pem source no source papa and your bompire and no air tie the effort now why na chi. But if there is no effort, not the so we are on ya, so for condemn, or say, me oze Tamana Mishano, me could track him not so for ticket anymore, Minisaka accident too. The moment I met Nakemwa, most of Sophia Bonne Clay cannot take Canimono, or Minisami save, so for ticket and Quadi, Yamiticanim. So for condemn say, so for Crani Chicano. Not tie na up a pie, bote botai anymore, ya one miem. Na so for na etwika na car ba akote ahwe ebekun na no maso ka asem bi enipa say dey bompire this time wo dey imagine we ase nyina no nipa dodo say dey bompire obi e bompire nyankopon amo adwen dey say odi adwen ye no wan fa adwen anye now you expecting say prayers and the mess ade wa God do not listen. You must think that nyankopon say bi ontie mpaibo otie na mpaibo fun de ontie wama wadwen de di adwen ye no fa adwen ye de di mpaebo ye no de adwen ye kra no se obehia nyagopo ahoɔden a put an effort na mpaebo no abe support no timai me minister me I will not condemn the minister because he's not a player, he's not a coach, or management committee member. We need any active role to play the role and any responsibility binano by this time and this why bonus say omadi side we the obeji everything is sorted anything no so nam so open paibo I support the Blasters now. I do not have an issue with the minister. Dear can say omo eso omo ye adwuma no the physical aspect you know and the one yet thinking that minister na ko Philadelphia sorry akobo mpa ye ntino de esa wo ye no empabo ni beye de esa wo ya and empabo be fail you. But there are two members almost as one more. They also no it's what they expected to get, you know, they will not get. And the prayer answer to a physical matters. Ade physical. They say what do I do ye? They say ode onsaye. They also ni pano ye. They say obetimi aye no. Na ujai die. Eko mountains the bompaye. Say na go pon me de say wo ye mawa and you are just wasting God's time. God will not listen. Ti de hunya ne say de say ye no and ye there was a no the physical aspect of the game. There was a team here, technical team here. There was a F4 here. Imagine say minister akwa sorry. Neka minister ne ko bompire say or bompire say Ghana Premier League be the best league in Africa. And then come to minister de pa. Because there was a here. Emma Ghana Premier League be the best in Africa. No, we are not doing it. And your prayers and and solving Ghana Premier League issues. And actions must be taken. When we are not taking those actions, prayers will never be the solution.
Christian, me ba Maxwell, my fawe and so subium and fama Maxwell. Brandon Thomas Asante, a new striker for the Black Stars. Na also Erika Kra, Eddie Atuja.
We need to write the story. Of course, we know that we've had moments that have, the world has been behind us at times here. The tough things that we've been through as a team, and we feel like there's a story to complete, and we want to, as players, step forward and to right the wrongs, if I can say that. But yeah, definitely push it past.
If I'm talking about the environment, first of all, environment is all kind of management. No, when the supporters are fighting against player or the coaches is a very big wrong. Co-player, management, board leaders, we are there just for a moment. Stamina or move from the wrong down. So much.
Eno aya Abubakar Watara, Julius Ben Imuna, the MD Edema had to go say. Samoba winning on the pitch, no. Ya na nyase bia dressing room kwao. Ya preparations no far away.
I will say that the processes of getting results does not just begin from the dressing room, it starts from far away, and that far away involves money. And so we want to use this opportunity to continue to thank our supporters for their support for the club, but also to call on them that whenever the support leadership comes to them in providing resources, in supporting the club financially, supporting the club in presence, especially to show up. This is the only way that we can continue to stay at the top. All the top clubs who continue to stay at the top have their support behind them. So we call on every supporter to continue supporting Accra as a folk.
Max,
Andy,
I mean you.
Minister Nediana.
It's and someday we are going to the over Fabia.
Andy, on said no currently say black people and Gasade, yeah, highly spiritual. If free titina. Unim say country Andy over 1 kilometer obi hu sorry bebre wo ho nim country go Jamaica say bia o ko 1 kilometer me fa say 1 kilometer be sa hane ever say mango dana and say ever say hane roundabout endu papa obi hu sorry bebre within 1 kilometer bia Jamaica oba Ghana you see the same thing oko baby anti black people there naturally we are spiritual. But what I say, it's a BBA na the spiritual aspects, a play role. Until say superstition very great, and you'll be nam no polia. But what I say, or meanings. It's over TikTok near the more better on how you say, hey, we know that own side and own numbers or munya. And the problem is it is good and it is also bad. The bad and say, am I be it refuse like we refuse. Enti Andy asa maybe a me max or me catch one dinner ebia wonu bag you no but wuti say wo sofo card on the card the same thing and nipa na be fa with no question. Enti yesu no mo BBC say abrofo no by na fan for get say record chapel na ehu broni a san kofie na Jesus na ehu no but so what you say enti you know that is our style. It doesn't mean that abrofo no so enso miame almost so miame but there is this verse that says that faith without works on say GDN na nyuma nka ho a GDN enwe pay. That is where ye be before your problem ye die nyina ye GDN adwuma nka ho nti unim see ye tia Andy bibini bia adwen ye ne say broni bi wo ba bi ona baba ne man ye ama no on say bibini bia adwen ye ne say wanko broni kroma ondie bibini bia adwen ye say ne man no tim ne de se be nyame kra no wanhye da ambo ye bibia anye bibini adwen na adwen say for us to develop na and see ye bibi no bibini bia etwen obi bibini bia ewo problem and the audition obi and any part of these things are making and that has been the problem because Andy don't blame us because you cost so many years, close to 400 years in slavery, and the really is about 100 years of colonialism. Inti and the adrenal majority I say, inti you can't say be today. Nandi ennea ennekuraske ni braba paya obi epeska na yesi eton nipa yetumika say na nipa eton unu say we frown on that. It we sure say na namo as ataneske ni bre ho no moton nipa pa kofo no ane baton is all jiska. These are all lies. Into make basis so say your pet spiritual protection and as spiritual guidance for blasters quite here corner. There is nothing much of Philadelphia and I also across Philadelphia, but say Philadelphia and so US and they say see a World Cup no banana any link. It's I agree with Christian say a human is here they can't hear you know. World Cup we got a secrets in the sandy. There are people at what corridors of power. The prophet and the priest, they spoke to the impending for a high places, those in the FA and all that. But the truth that whatever they told them, no, they've done a different thing altogether. And you hear me? What they told them to do now, when these things are done, when Ghana gets there, Ghana will shine. They've changed everything. Now later no mu change no Martina say kai say yanhwe na say nyoma say a bad problem. So those at higher places are organizing those people to help them with prayer to make sure say ebekọ yanim. Nti ba ko na minister na ekọ ho. Minim say what you say. Nti let's wait me say born na ekọ born. Say Ghana ye ya de anya de it should not be the last time and the bobo na me boa. Ye be san bobo. So the players should go all out and play. But I know say e be there. Because I mean, head boys also say baby any that so you know hona a day free ba any that baby any that so you know hona more a free ba na me boy. Enti yen getting ourselves and I think we are going to play. You name say underdogs, so we are in to prove a point. And in itself, you know, MIA, your friend is saying what I say. Also, the environment no ain't good for them to survive. Into environment na edeng. Matisa has a contacted some obodu. And as I'm about to catch them, so I'm saying, or club. But what I say, okay. Nib Moso Casa Montiase, the India has a pam, your friend is Didi Dramani. But Mr. The Americans are Moma Didi Edumano Munim, and now they want somebody who can win the league. Because some aboard the own some can be has say some aboard is one of the guys, and the English spiritual, but I didn't say. Yere board do time or house of folk, including coaches buying na. Ebi abeka sa Kenichi ya so hashim bajoti. Eno nya sa bars na around the team ne kakramboa. Kama ode machine here they check ya command na bar training ground. So okay. Japan ko Kenichi ya so hashi. Unso buy na house team no ejidi anche no mo pam. But board do so buy no fans in the way of mo sorry. Board crowd or the titles that they count. Nti the other na board do coin na house into get titles. Our fans singing na die out. Had this special bia board do nyame dia man. Nti on hearts in the night say omo marry na made in Monte Carlo. Very beautiful. And no more pam nti but board do aka say on my back. In Danny Clay speaking, let's wait the Black Stars well. Whatever the minister wants to do. But I saw Fred traditionalists in also count. Another make count here say. Say they be anya say yeah Christians alone. We are Christians, but I said traditional the Muslims or from Munina. No, the Obia so be no any de boa. Ana only me Adriana.
Oh, come on, some no Adriana.
Na say ye din komo.
So suggestion so.
I say on mine ye ko. Into the traditionalists na see ye ni omoka.
Okay.
Na ye ne Muslims also Hindu for ne Rastafarians no. But what I say any Hare Krishna for no. So Munina kan Ghana. Nti obia mra na yengina ye mompai sa no de yes ate ada be buata na yengina be hu na yengina ye mompai no monko na me de so wan ko Hare Krishna for ni ade no dia me so medwa pa ma me fa we entu just we de na chese ohene kase na say to the second on say odo na ye the chancellor for KNUST. Na also otu sa e dey afre we ase nyina on say KNUST enya 75 years. Oh okay.
Na as part of the 75th anniversary celebrations na niema pi and because so the chancellor eso otu sa e dey afre amansa nyina KNUST so the products outdoor every mono may one of them.
So yeah alumni.
Yes. Nyame adma Wednesday June 24 2026 e will great hall KNUST anopa 9 enya asem koto akra.
Oh okay.
Jumedi kesi pa na ebekoso
so you ready anymore dia o karo hanga say dwumadi ke so ka say kokroko pa dwumadi
ready anymore afi o kan wa ka amana
na ye kokroko pa
you ready anymore dia na say me kese no
kokroko
and we meet me zanka bia ba ne kese bi ti the American say Yankopon yadoma on Wednesday 24th of June 2026 it will great talk here in US and upon 9 and dwumadi kese no enso eba so Maminka say cleans hand soap no maunsanka bi makatro we and effectively ekum germs any bacteria ekum ade won fa wani hu nyina no ebekum mu nyina de ma ya adwuma effectively 99.9% ebekum sa wani nyina enso so ade ma wo je cleans hand soap na ya jibi efama ebusuafo na namfofo eno and ya papa cleans hand soap na Kumasi Agro Processing Company Limited omodaroma and akofa Angel Killing Insecticide de aba ekuafo mu ntiemi was spending so much time area do koko wo ho na akate atesi so o ma se koko no ekapa e na abafie misro on pese sa tete obekomu a eye Angel Killing Insecticide no and also use we no eye fully tested and approved by Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana eno ya under Ghana Cocoa Board o ma je atum sampa akate surofo any Angel Killing Insecticide no sa enkebieboa ema empo black pod ya black pod disease any pest infections here about kuku no so no ebeku mu nyina ama kuku no enso anyini pa afei monso amudia atosode ne saa hone ma no ye de ebeso doso organic liquid fertilizer enso de aba na ye ka ebeso doso na chese we no mo amudo ye kuku anase tomato eye cabbage pepper any saa ne ma nyina no asase no ebeye from na watimi aduane ma no ama ne nyina enso atimi anyini na so doso de a eye ebeso doso eye organic liquid fertilizer no we are very organic pure organic any idea the macho we no fully approved and tested by Plant Protection and Regulatory Services Directorate and under Ministry of Food and Agriculture and omagia to meso nroi emiru nyana ewo ayo momoton agricultural so niema especially keba no Mr. Banu keba no mo kewu ene kejiti ani ade nyina no wo benya bia to be so to so a 0548 618 025 0548 618 025 now what you the Gingivitis Dental Clinic as we yanko a same problem no eho enade ko we obi a okasa sabi na pampan if you no halitosis yare ko gingivitis ho na yenkele ni nyina emfa obeso she silver anase gold teeth obeso she braces obeso wo se fita scaling and polishing no ni nyina oba gingivitis obe Kumasi wo mo Abrepo Junction Bantama High Street Total Filling Station echi wo sabe ko ma fudrun kran anungwa wo mo ne NDC office no opposite ayatachiman Maxi Market Kente Road and it was 0598 73183 0598 73183 Menapa Royal Guest House Shim School Junction baby a Grace Gift I want to find one more pa obeto Menapa makacho so baby obeda o Kumasi na o gine baby obeda o beto dia and one Menapa Royal Guest House ko now rooms no kama security 24 hours in so ne kan 24 hours e de ma woman rooms are neat for air conditioning rooms kama any de ma wo me ba cho ye tell say your shuttle over see be fall baby will be able pick over over frame on 0543 556 666 0543 556 666 na wone me na pa enso into me ninkomo na bibia enye kama into me enfa emao enom de tieno no yenye few birthdays na yen sorry ambitious eba na wama beto aso no de akanyina no enso atimi aba na we a happy belated birthday ena ye the ema kwadadu say Memphis Blick enra ena your birthday all the way ewo Canada kwadju adu say abokomfo nyina so ma feel pa Memphis Blick big brother happy belated birthday to you na nakopon kwaso na unkra no nya okese kosi so obeye kese pa happy birthday to you brother Sanso ena yemfa happy birthday emfa chairman Parker the vice chairman at the Mabukrum Estate Executives Men's Club and your birthday way every action and I see and wish chairman Parker and so a happy birthday today. Sanso and Michael Osai our Canada and then a birthday. Unia Kufi Trotsky ewa bukum NOC and we show a happy birthday to Michael Osai of Canada. Happy birthday to you, Nyankopo Nshirao. Sanso and I will say happy birthday to Mirabel Nana Ama Yausen. When you're 2 years and I Mirabel a birthday from Opapa Officer Peter Nana Ato Yausen and we'll see and wishing a when you're 2 years a happy birthday and fa Emanepa. Sanso and a happy birthday to Mame Ya Ajiman. We are Juma Raga Junction Bar and Restaurant. And there a birthday, Mame Ya Ajiman. Happy birthday to you. If you say happy birthday to Margaret, and a birthday from Power Machine, and I'll say I wish you Margaret, and so a happy birthday today. Sanso and a happy birthday, Lydia ANS, and our branch manager for Perfect Skin and Body Therapy, Ewo Takrade Crusader, and I'll see I show a happy birthday. If you happy birthday to Cyril Boachi Yadom, Echo School, Ewo Ade Montessori School, Ewo Joso. Cyril Boachi Yadom, happy birthday to you, Nyankopo Nshirao. And finally, I say happy birthday to Samuel Ofosu Apia, we a prison officer, Lance Corporal, Kumasi Central Prisons, Edun. And then your birthday from Esther Mimi, Manda, and Captain Tola. And say young Weshi Samuel Ofosu Apia, Lance Corporal. And so a happy birthday today. Now from Wycliffe, I say happy birthday to the godmother, Mrs. Mary Ewuku, the wife of Honorable Sami Ewuku, and also Mr. Ewuku Jr., son of Honorable Sami Ewuku. Special happy birthday air cordia munti mame any eba edium birthday ne happy birthday to you all. Now we must say we the yinkai bonyame admo this weekend. I say Mrs. Veronica Tete Boyne Nadura friend ma Veru na ye no Friday the 12th of June e will not Patasi na Friday na no Abasa de nebe tumpem. Saturday the 13th of June. It was South Suntreso KCC Park. Na Omasa akusie no Volta region. Above Family Cemetery. Na Omasa betenase Sunday no South Suntreso School Park. Na Omatwaso kama pa. Na Sunday 14th no ICGC Bosori Kumasi and Ombeko na singa sorry for Masa Betenase. Sounds interesting. KCC School Park. See the late Mrs. Veronica Tete Boyne Marvero Eyeno this weekend. Mr. Shanesosa Fama Bepa. Well, I was for Yamfa and Ejumediano and so in Siwaha na ye make way for DJ Bishops no matter. Nyakopo ya aduma. You best sign anybody share na fidi akebia and sweat me but me Andrew so wait me after Andy Caslas. Have a wonderful day.
Or Italy, or Germany, Netherlands, or US, or Spain, or Belgium, Portugal, Canada, and UK. Baby, I want to be a send this car fee. They may come from my Lemfi. Now, Lemfi, no, the money that's from going to say we or send the Bakuti Mian or Momo so instantly. Now, may mount a very special package. And one say, so I will send this car. And one is over promo code, BKB 2020. You get $10 or $20 cash back. The tenant say, so I will send this car free UK. Now send £100. You get £10 as cash back. You see the amount. Say, oh US, now send $100. You amount $20 cash back. Oh, Canada, now send it $100 Canadian. You want $20 as cash back. So Europe. And so, baby, now send it €100. You want €10 as cash back. Wait, a lemfi. Your rates so a spectacular. And I'm saying, okay, baby, rates no from no. Yeah, the rates no, I was so. What's the source of Canada? More